Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we got a special guest, Dakota Servold. It's waving to the camera. Is here.
That was awesome.
I'm waving at the man here.
Me. Waving at me. I'll wave back, bro. Hi, how are you, bro? How's everything?
Everything is great.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's raining today. No skating for me.
I mean,
all of us.
It's a good day to do a podcast then.
This is...
Great day for podcasts. I think the skate gods were on our side for this one.
What is this, like the second time it's rained in like 2019? It's crazy.
When was it raining a lot? Was that last year?
I think it was last
It was raining
year.
like every weekend, and I was like, this is insane.
I kind of enjoy it, though.
I think it was that deadline for Souvenir, so I was like, this is fucked.
See, now that's a problem.
Yeah.
When you are on a deadline filming, I mean, you can't go to a skate park.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It was gnar. I remember that. But I think that was last year, right?
I think it was.
Yeah. It just like rained. It was only on the weekends. So like you can skate parks all week, and then you're just like, you're chilling.
That video was heavy still.
You got to take advantage of the weekday.
I think we brought a flamethrower to a spot, the 5 or the 6 flat 2, and we were like, got it lit, and we were like trying to dry the ground, and then like I was trying this wall ride, and then it started pouring rain.
Where did you get a flamethrower?
You're at Home
I
Depot.
don't even remember.
Home Depot?
Yeah, it was
Really?
like Home Depot. We just got it lit.
You actually were, flames were going out.
Yeah.
Were people scared
Tim was
shitless?
just fucking.
Oh, you know what it is? For roofing, right?
Yeah.
Do they use it for roofing?
I think it's for skating,
The little,
but it's something like that. I don't know.
Home Depot, dry your skate spot.
Yeah, it was like, but it was like an
Probably still a lot
actual
more.
like flamethrower thing. It was
Seriously.
like a stick and everything. It was insane.
It would have a propane tank?
Yeah, propane tank.
Huh.
Middle of the day.
Well, middle. Yeah, we were just there doing it.
Did people have something to say about that?
It was
Yeah.
like at a schoolyard, so there was like no one really around. It was like behind the school.
Gonna say, see that on the Citizen app.
It was pretty. It was
Guy
pretty
with
wild.
flamethrower.
Yeah, we're like we are gonna skate, but then it just ended up pouring, like because it was like like it rains and it's too wet and you can't skate,
Yeah.
and then it's like, well, let's try. Like it looks like the clouds might be mellow, and like dried it up, and then
Rain.
it started pouring rain.
Well, I know Ty, he used to put the lights really close
Yeah.
to the ground
Ty has
because
a
they got hot.
Flamethrower as well.
Oh, he does now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely probably does. He probably has like a helicopter that's like. He's not.
Seriously.
He's sick.
He eliminates the cloud somehow.
He calls in the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Dries the whole spot.
He's dedicated. It's really.
Oh
rad
my
to see.
God. So it's raining. Yeah. It's crazy.
So no flamethrower today.
No
We're gonna do
just-
this instead.
Okay.
So this will be mellow.
Perfect. But the part was rad. Souvenir. Got it done.
Thank you, sir.
Got it done, man.
Yeah, got it done.
Even with the rainstorms.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Rainstorms and a little help from Timmy. Yeah, it worked out.
And a flamethrower.
Flamethrower, help from Tim, tour van.
Extra
And
shirts.
and Leo Romero. Yeah,
Extra
he had-
shirts to dry
Yeah.
spots.
Where did you travel for that one? Just like kind of in the U.S. or?
Yeah, just like classic ghetto style. We were just like all over the U.S. and stuff, and then in California and stuff with Tim, and then like at the very end there was like I had 3 more weeks until the premiere, and then I filmed like the rest of my part like on this trip that me and Leo did to like Texas, and where did we go to Texas? I think we just went to Texas.
You just have people showing you around spots, or?
Yeah.
Well, because not a lot of people are skating the spots you're skating though.
You got to search far and wide. Kind of.
Are you the guy on tour that goes and somebody's skating one thing and they go and look for other shit around?
Not really.
No.
Corey Glick does that a lot.
Oh, he does?
But no, I don't. I normally just like with the spot guide or whatever, just like go through their stuff and like talk to them, and they're normally like, yeah, like you probably like this or whatever. you know?
right.
But
Spot
spot guides are like the most important
Skate
thing in
shaman?
skateboarding.
crucial.
Like those dudes are like help so much, and I don't feel like they get enough credit for like what they really do for skaters, you know?
Total. And especially if they're well organized.
Yeah.
If they got Polaroids of stuff or on their phone.
I've had that before where they're like, I have this like book, like I don't have anything
Chris
on my,
Ray
and you're just
iPad?
like, that is so fucking badass.
It's rad, right?
no, yeah, it was sick.
If it's on your phone, what are you going to like pass around the phone to the whole van? You know,
Yeah.
you have a little Polaroid spot book printed out or something.
Yeah, for
Fucking
sure.
perfect.
Wasn't there a skate app that people would use? Is
Just
it-
I think
Two
they
of
still,
them.
we still jump on there, I think. I don't even know. What's it, LA Skate Spots or something?
Oh, wow. That's
There's a couple
right.
different
It's like
ones.
Hollywood 16. You're like, fuck, I don't got any for it.
There was an app that Ty used to use. It was just a GPS app, and you could like type in notes and
You
do all
put it in
this.
the photos.
Put in photos.
Miner had one of those too, but he had like the old, like what were they called? Those like the thing that before everyone had iPhones, you had like the navigational systems. But it like somehow
Yeah.
had like spots in it.
Oh, you
And it was
could
like,
pin it.
Yeah, and it was like all of his like Stay Gold stuff. And I was actually with him when they were filming for made one.
Okay.
And like something happened and Minor hit it and all of it just booted and was gone.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the fuck just happened?
I had
We
a
were, like, at
Magellan,
this
same
ditch.
thing, all the spots in it, and then
Gone.
car got
Minor
broken
was like,
into.
what just happened? And it was just like, it's fucked. And everyone was just like, I'm so happy I wasn't touching it then. Minor would have been like, fuck that. But
That's
that was-
devastating.
That was pretty gnarly. He was like, what just happened? Because it was like, he was like, I have spots from like fucking up north and all this shit like in this. Because that was like the van they would take up north, you know, filming
Right.
for Stay Gold.
So he would just have a little description, like bank to rail
Something
or
like
something.
that, yeah.
Oh.
Like I was always just like kind of in the van or whatever, but
Okay.
he had like pins to stuff like in there. So he would just like,
Why were you in the van though? It was just your buddies, and because you didn't skate for Emerica back
no,
then.
yeah, I was on Dekline at that
Yeah.
time, but like I was like living with Leo and stuff, and then Leo introduced me to like Minor, and then me and Minor became like really good friends, and then
Okay.
like I was like friends with Colin and all those dudes, so like it kind of just was a natural thing for me to be in the van. Like I had gone on Emerica trips while I was on Dekline, like because like Minor just like just jump in the van, and I was just like yeah for sure.
Were you secretly hoping that you would get on Emerica jumping in the van?
Well, it
waiting
was
for
kind of a
Decline to go
thing
business.
where me and Leo had talked about it like a long time ago.
Okay.
And then it was just like, I was stoked on Dekline, so I was just
Yeah.
kind of cruising.
Right.
And then when Dekline died, it was like, oh shit, what am I going to do now?
Sure. But Dekline died in like 2015 or something,
Yeah.
right? And then you just got on Emerica
Yeah.
this year.
Yes.
So what did you do in the interim of that time?
In the middle of all that, it was kind of just, I was just like,
Free
what am
agent?
I doing? You know, like kind of trying to figure out. And I was like skating some other shoes from this other company, and things ended up like not panning out for that. But that was like during the time when I was filming for Oddity.
Oh.
So that was like a year of like skating just like shoes or whatever, you know, and then like nothing was really happening. And then I was just like, I just want to be wearing shoes that I want to skate. Like if this isn't working out, like
Right.
because I wanted to like just be stoked on what I look back on and be like, yeah, I'm wearing like the shoes I want to skate. And then what I always wanted to skate was Emerica. So it's like, that was what I was skating before I got on Dekline, you know?
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was one of those things where I kind of just like, after that, I just put them. I went into like the closet and grabbed a pair of Leo shoes and started skating those. And then they were like, "Yeah, of course we'll give you shoes whenever."
Yeah.
But we don't know if we can do anything. And I was just like, "All right, whatever. Like that's fine." And then kind of like just started skating Americas. And then throughout that time, I was like, we started filming for Souvenir.
Yep.
And then I was like drinking a lot during that time and stuff. And I was just like hanging out with Dixon and skating with John, and he had gone sober and
Okay.
like all this stuff. So I was just like, I'm 25. It's kind of time for me to like make a change or like just give up. So I was just like, I'm just going to try and not drink and film this video part. And then Leo was like always there, you know, and stuff. And Tim was already like helping me out a lot filming for Souvenir.
Gotcha.
And then during that time, like when I was filming Souvenir, I went to a skate park with John, and I had an Emerica sticker, and I was always afraid to like put it on. I just felt weird about it.
Sure.
Like I just had the nose stickers from like in the house, like Leo's nose stickers. And me and John went to the skate park together one day, and I was putting on a new board, and I had the nose sticker, and I was like, I don't know. And John's like, just put it on, dude. And I was just like, fuck, like, all right. And then like put the nose sticker on my board, and then after that, I just like kept running the nose sticker and was shooting an interview and stuff during that
Okay.
time, and like was doing all that. And during that time, like Leo was trying to get Tim in at Soltech to like be one of the filmers as well.
Oh.
So kind of like during that time, it all kind of started falling into place, and then it kind of just started to work out.
Do you attribute you not drinking to all that stuff? Really, all that stuff happening?
Well, after I started drinking, it was kind of like
I mean, you were already on Foundation. You're
Yeah.
already pro.
I was already
right?
pro, like
So
doing all this stuff.
Everything was
and, like,
good.
Yeah, like I was already doing all that stuff, but at the same time, it was like I knew I wasn't skating to my full potential, and I was like, I just needed a change in my life, and
Right.
I was like, well, I want to try this and kind of see what this does. It was
Sure.
more of just like a break. Like it was for during Souvenir. It was like I think it was like 5 or 6 months left, and I was just like,
Now's the time.
now's the time for me to like, cause I'm like, I'm 25, like, what am I doing? Like, why am I wasting all this time? Like,
Sure.
when I'm like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a pro skater, and now I'm a pro skater, and now I'm like
Blowing it.
wasting time by drinking, like going to spots and being like, oh, I could skate it, but like, I'm like hungover, or I'm fucking drinking beers or whatever, you know? And it's just like, I kind of was like mad at that aspect of like what I was doing. Cause I was just like, why am I wasting like the dream that I got, and like so lucky to be here, you know? Because it was always a thing where like I was always just like, I can't believe I'm a skateboarder, you know, like it's like a luck
Oh
thing.
my
and you
God.
just get
You're in a
lucky.
different state. You're in a different country. And now you're not, like you said, you're drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
You're not taking advantage of
what I could be doing. You
Exactly.
know? So it was a thing where I was like, all right, well, for all like my friends that wanted to be pro skaters and stuff, that work jobs that I talked to are always just like, you know how lucky you are, right? I'm like, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just like doing this thing, like whatever. Like I'm like dealing with other stuff. And then I was just like, fuck that. Like I'm just going to stop drinking for right now and see what happens. And then during that time, like, filmed the rest of Souvenir, had an interview with like Emerica stickers and all this stuff.
Okay.
And then it kind of started becoming like more of a buzz of like, oh, like this dude's actually trying to like do it now.
Yeah.
And he's not like just like, because it wasn't like Emerica was just going to hand it to me. So
you got to work for it.
Yeah.
and for that as well, like that happening is like what helped push me to get to the next level. And like things like that, like things that are special take time, and you need to
Totally.
like be able to like discipline yourself and be like, okay, like do you want this enough to like
It
change
may
your
be
life for it?
really difficult
Yeah.
at first, and then it just kind of. But you're right, though. I think a lot of skate. I mean, maybe we do take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's
you,
easy to do.
You run, you skate in your whole life. You turn pro, and then you're kind of, you know,
Yes.
you're
Like
numb to it, right? And then
Sometimes you feel like
Yeah.
you have nothing to work towards next, you know?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I'm chilling.
Well, you have so much like free
Also the
time as a pro
stress,
skate
too.
or as a skateboarder. Like every skateboarder knows, like you have so much time of
Oh
just
my
like
God.
fucking off and
Yeah.
doing whatever. It's like it's easy to fall into that like
Party mode.
That party mode because
Sure.
you're just like living on the weekend, and you're like basically skateboarders are just kids because most of us haven't really had jobs, you know. So it's like
Quit
You're this,
school.
yeah. I mean, I dropped out of school as well,
See?
like for skating, and it's like this thing where you're not really fully developed as like a person, you know. You're a person for sure, but like you don't know that like work ethic, and you don't know how lucky you really are
Totally.
to be
Yeah.
doing whatever you want. And like during that time you can start like drinking and just fucking off and doing whatever, and it's like you can lose yourself and lose like why you're there.
Well,
You're
before
there
you
to
know
be a
it, you're
skater.
lost.
Yeah, and you're like,
You don't
whoa,
even
what's going
realize
on?
it.
Yeah,
Seriously.
And I was like, I'm 25. Like, what am I doing? Like, what do I want to like keep doing this until I'm like 28? And then F's like, yeah, you're not really doing anything. And I'm like, I'm off F, and it's like, okay, then I'm
What are you
back sitting at the bar where I was already sitting at as a pro skater, and just like
Looking at the
man,
one
I
ads.
fucked that up.
looking at the
Yeah.
one ads for jobs.
Yeah, and you're just like, and then you don't have that like to look back on, and that's what skateboarding to me is, to like be able to do all this stuff in your youth, you know, and then look back and be like, cool, I gave that my all. And at that time, I wasn't giving it my all, and that's why I stopped drinking, so I can look back and be like, okay, I gave
You want to
skateboarding my all.
appreciate it. We can't skateboard forever.
No, you can't.
I mean, there's
And
some
that's the
lucky
scariest
ones.
thing.
There's some lucky ones that.
Tony Hawk.
Okay, Tony, for sure.
Yeah.
But for the average skateboarder, our time's limited.
Yeah,
you got to
for
take
sure.
advantage of it. I used to complain when I was on tours and stuff. I'm in France complaining. I'm like, looking back, I'm like, what am I doing? I got to enjoy it. I'm in France or
Yeah.
wherever the hell I was.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
for sure.
Looking for
And it's
weed.
easy to lose that though, because it's like it's not your fault, you know. It's like you're just there.
You become numb to
Yeah,
it.
you're numb
it's
to
just-
like you're like, oh, I'm going to fucking Germany tomorrow. Like, yeah, it's rad. But it's like it's really like, holy fuck, like I'm going to Germany. Like this is fucking insane. Like
Yeah.
when you were a kid, you know, like if you were to go up to yourself, if I was to go up to myself when I was 12 years old in Arizona growing up skating, I would and be like, hey, you're gonna end up being a pro skater and traveling the world with like some of your best friends.
Seriously.
I'd be like, there's no way, dude.
impossible.
Yeah, impossible. And now that you're there, you can become numb to it, you know, and then you're just like doing whatever. So that's the
Seriously.
reason why I was like, I'm gonna take a break from drinking, and
It's
because I don't
amazing.
think drinking's like a bad thing. I don't think alcohol is a bad thing. I think that you can become like a certain thing from drinking, and like some people need to like realize that and be like, oh, like I'm kind of blowing it. You know what I mean?
Right,
totally.
right.
And that's what it is to me, and that's why it's like I'm not like I'm gonna be sober forever. It's more of just like I'm just taking a break right now and finding myself.
Kind of anything in moderation.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. And
It's-
that's what I want to be able to do. Like, I want to be able to have a beer with my dad, or like
Yeah.
have a cocktail like at dinner and be like, okay, that's it. Instead of being like, I need the fucking bottle. Like, give me the bottle and let's go like burn the night to the ground. You know what I mean?
Sure,
And
right.
And it's easy to do.
You want to enjoy a beverage,
Yeah.
but you don't want to go off the deep end. You don't want
Yeah.
to go crazy.
So that's what this whole thing is right now for me. Is just like a learning curve of like finding myself, and like once I feel like something's different, I'll be like, okay, I can like
It's amazing.
have a cocktail or like
amazing.
whatever.
How long has this been going on for now?
I've been sober since or not drinking for like 17 months or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So all of
17?
26, I was sober.
You said it like a baby. You know, like they say, oh, how old is he? 17 months.
He's 17 months. I don't know. That's beautiful.
Well, it's cool to see what you've accomplished in that time.
I
so.
know,
Yeah,
very much,
dude.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Stoked. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Just want to skate, you know. I don't know.
Hey, like we were saying, take advantage of it now.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's the thing
got
that
a
like
lot of good
a lot of
things.
people will lose, and like become bitter from skateboarding, and that's such a sad thing to see, because like that's a thing that we all like loved the most when we were kids, and we've made a careers out of it. It's like, and to think that could become like a bitter thing, it's like that's the worst thing that could ever happen.
Not totally.
I know. How could you're bitter at something you love?
Yeah, and that's like the worst, because like you're always
because
a
you
skateboarder.
made it a job
like,
and it became stressful.
yeah, it's fucking gnar.
I mean, there's all kinds. Yeah.
So stuff like that. It's like that's like the stuff that was like, okay, like I'm gonna do this.
But Raj is right, though. It does get stressful. Yeah. It
does
turn
stressful.
into a job.
Oh,
you're
sure.
living your dream. You're a pro skateboarder, this and that, and you're like, well, yeah, I got magazine shoot, I got video, I got this. It's raining every day. I can't go film from fucking video part. We got flamethrowers on the session. It can become.
No, yeah. Like right now, it's becoming that for me, because like now it's like, okay, I have like 6 more weeks or something to film for this Emerica video, and last weekend was the last deadline for my interview, and I'm just like, I was like losing my fucking mind.
Is that crazy?
And then now I still am, because I'm like, okay, like I need to like get a last trick. I need to fucking get this stuff. I need to finish this stuff. I'm in this video with John Dixon, like he's the best skater in the world. What the fuck am I doing? Oh my God. And that's like insane, but it's like I'm stoked because I have something to push for,
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's still like, this is gnar. And people don't know that. Like
People don't.
Some skaters are so good, I don't feel like they even care. They're just like, they're so good. I'm just like, I need to like work so hard. I fucking suck at this. I get better.
Right. There's gifted skaters
There's
that
gifted
just have
skaters,
it,
yeah.
and then there's other skaters that definitely have to work towards
Yeah.
it.
And
Do you
it's hard.
Yeah.
Do you have like a work program kind of like on like filming wise? Like, do you only go out on the weekends? Do you try to go out weekdays or?
Every day.
I try and go out as much. Like I go out all the time. Like Tim's always down to drive, and like he's always just like, let's just go out there and see, But like during the weekdays, I like to like, if we're not like trying to skate or whatever, like I go to the skate park every morning to like try and like stay like skating. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like the more you skate, the better you're gonna be, more comfortable on your board. Like get to a fucking 16 rail or something, and you're just like, I haven't fucking been like grinding any rails. But like if you're skating the park every day, it's like, all right, I've been doing front feebles, I've been doing front blunts. Like, okay, I'm good, I'm ready for this.
Just being on your board.
Yeah,
Like
just
you
being
go to
on your board,
Barcelona
you know
or
what I
something,
mean?
you're
Yeah.
skating everywhere.
That's why Europe is so crazy.
It's amazing.
Because you're just like out. Like I was just in
Not sitting in the
Germany.
car.
What's
Yeah.
that?
You're not sitting in the car on.
Not in the car. In Germany, we were on bikes. Me and Leo, we were there for a week in Berlin, and like we were just riding bikes to every spot, and it was just like,
amazing.
I'm not sore or anything. I'm just fucking doing it. And there's
Warmed
like, oh,
up.
there's a spot here, a spot there, a spot, and you're just like, let's skate all of it. Like,
It's great.
and that's like so insane. Like people don't understand that as well, because like being in the van is gnar.
Oh my God.
It's fucking sick as fuck, and it's my home, but it is gnar.
Just being in a car in LA.
Yeah, LA is so gnarly.
2 hours to a spot.
Yeah, LA is insane.
Imagine getting a Sprinter and just putting like stationary bikes in the back. So you're,
I know, right?
You guys getting ready back there?
Go
Yeah,
to
we're
the-
watching Misled Youth. We're getting ready right now. We're gonna do this.
Have you been to our Emerica yoga studio? It's in the back panel.
Yeah, get ready. We're going to the
Treadmill
20.
going.
In the van, what's your spot?
Driver. If I'm on tour, normally I'm driving.
You're driving?
A lot of the time on those trips, yeah.
Why?
Because we just go for it. me and Leo kind of like plan these trips with Sinclair, and then
Okay.
Sinclair will kind of like meet up in places, but it'll be like me, Leo, and then Jeremy and stuff will like drive the van.
Oh.
And so we'll like, it's kind of just skaters and a filmer just out there.
No
And
team
we're
man-
just-
okay.
No team manager.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't really like, he's like, a team manager is definitely, you need a team manager, but at the same time, like for stuff like that, it's like all these skaters know what they want to do.
Right.
And we'll see you like, we like met up with them in North Carolina on this like 2.5 month trip we were just on.
Oh wow.
Met up with Sinclair in North Carolina? That's weird.
Sinclair met us in North Carolina for 2 weeks. But like, during that time, like we were driving and stuff. But when we are on like Emerica missions and stuff, it's normally Tim's driving, John Dixon shotgun always, and then like I'm in the first row.
Okay.
With
First
like,
row.
Leo and stuff. Yeah, first row for sure.
Interesting. Okay.
First row bandit.
Got the auxiliary cable in your hand.
John's always playing rock.
Okay.
So
He's in control. He's DJ.
John's in control of the rock.
Okay.
And just cigarettes. Fucking blade.
See, that's the thing. It's shotgun, the smokers,
I mean, I smoke too, so
Oh, so-
that's why
yeah.
I'm close. I'm right
Well, you
there.
got the little window that cracks
Yeah, I'm
open
just
as well.
there. Tim, go to this spot. Come on, Tim. Where's your spots at? Let's see it. But yeah, that's normally the vans like that. But when we're on tour and stuff, it's like I'm normally like always shotgun or driving
Okay.
because I'm normally like
And you're sober now, too, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
you
A
drive.
lot of the people in the van, yeah. Like Leo's normally just good to drive and everything as well. So we're just cruising.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Where was the last place you've been to?
I was just in Germany. I just got back from Germany. Yeah, Germany.
How was it?
It was great. We were there for 2 weeks. like the distributors wanted to fly me and Leo back out to like premiere the Toy Machine video and this Foundation like Love Note video we did.
Okay.
Because we had flown out, like the F dudes flew out there 2 months prior to that. So they flew us back out because it ended up being like the same timing. And they wanted like me and Leo to be at like these premieres they wanted to do all over Germany.
Sick.
So we did that for a week. And then we wanted to stay and skate. So they're like, okay, we'll get you a apartment or a hotel for a week in Berlin.
Wow.
And then we went there like on the fly with no filmer, just like, we'll just see what happens. And then this dude, Dennis, that was shooting photos with us, he was like, oh, I have a filmer. And this dude that we met, Dan, was really fucking cool, and he had all the spots and was just like, met us every day.
I always wanted to go to Berlin. Heard
Berlin's
good,
really cool.
Sick spots out
There's
there.
so much stuff there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and amazing food,
Yeah.
which was wild. I was like, this food is insane.
What kind of food?
All kinds of food. Like, they have like Thai food, like all that. Like, all their food is just like good. It's weird as fuck.
Wow.
Really, I had like the most insane Thai food. I was like, fuck. I'm in Germany, and this Thai food's insane right now.
I heard a lot of people speak English there.
Yeah, people speak English for sure
Yeah.
in Germany.
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of places, I mean, a lot of people speak English,
Yeah, for sure.
but the language barrier can be
Yeah.
hard at times. But
Sure.
it'd be cool to be able to speak every language, but I grew up in the States, so I don't know shit.
Hola. So
Cerveza,
when
dos.
Luckily, we didn't have her
dose
now.
at the same time,
Yeah.
right? Dose. Sylvain. So when you were, because weren't you going to get on Toy Machine in the very beginning? Weren't you?
I was, yes.
Because you've been buddies with Leo for a while,
Yeah.
right? And were you going to get on Toy Machine because of Leo?
No.
Or no?
I met Leo after.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I met Leo after Toy Machine, or no, I was still on, but it was like already fading. But yeah, I was on Toy Machine from like 14 to like 17 or something like that.
Like Flow?
Flow, yeah.
Gotcha.
I was Flow.
Flow. Flow.
You know how that goes.
Of course.
And then during that time, basically, when I was filming, or I was just like kind of skating as a kid, I didn't really even know what I was doing.
Right.
And then when I was like 16 or 17 is when like I met Jared like a long time ago, Jared Lucas from Bones.
Yep.
And when I was like 17, Jared, I guess he kind of noticed that I was like starting to get better. Mm-hmm. And during that time, he was like, hey, you should come skate with me. And then he lived in San Diego at the time, so I would go and stay with Jared. And then he was just like, he kind of like pushed me to the next level. Was like, this is stuff that you can do, and I know you can do it. And like he kind of gave me that drive to like skate gnarlier stuff. And I was like, oh, and he introduced me to like Rhino and all these photographers.
wow.
And I was like, oh, like, and that was like around the time that I like dropped out of high school, and I was like, I want to like be a skateboarder. Like, this is what I want to do.
This is
like,
at 14?
no, this was when I was 17.
Okay. Oh, okay.
17.
I was gonna
so
say,
fast
14
forward.
dropping
No.
out.
When I was
That's amazing.
this is when I was 17. I was
Gotcha.
filming, and then that's when I kind of started meeting all these photographers and like started getting the magazines and stuff. And then I broke my ankle, and during that time was when Brainwash was coming out, and I was like maybe supposed to be in Brainwash, but maybe not. And
You
then,
were
like,
filming for it.
I was
much.
like, I was like filming. It wasn't like I really knew what was going on. I was just like, I kind of just figured out like, oh, I can skate like these rails, and like I was just like so stoked, just like let's do.
But
this.
if you have the
Jared-
footage,
yeah,
they might.
But I didn't even really know how any of it even really worked at that time.
Okay.
You know? I was kind of just like this, like Jared Lucas is down to film with me, and he's like really like took me under his wing and was like just taking me to spots and doing all this stuff. Let me stay on this couch and
amazing.
shit. So yeah, he like helped me kind of figure out that I could, I guess, fly. I don't know. Like, you're a kid, you don't know what you can do, and then you're like, oh, like this is what I can do, you know?
Plus, you're with people who are kind of doing the same thing,
Yeah.
so you can see it.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. And then during that time, so then I broke my ankle when I was 17, trying to grind this rail, fucking died. And then during that time, like I got hit up by this other company, and they like sent me a contract, and I was like, whoa, like get
For
paid,
boards?
yeah, for boards. And I was like,
Contract.
well, get paid for skating. Like,
Element?
no, it was someone else, not be named.
I'm trying to think of what board companies send out contracts.
But
Like
yeah,
right away.
Yeah. What's this?
It was definitely
what is
crazy.
this?
We're gonna lock you in now.
Huh.
It was definitely crazy, but I was like, whoa, like to get paid from skating, and like I'm like laying.
You're
at
not
my
even
parents.
pro yet, though.
No, yeah, I was just like some kid, you know, and like hit up Sinclair, and he was like, oh, like I don't know, like blah blah, and then he hit me up like 2 weeks later and was like don't sign that contract, like I want to put you on F and put you on Dekline, and I
Wow.
was like, oh shit, like, and I was like, he's like, I want to do like these things with F, and like you'll have like a lot of control with stuff and like trying to figure stuff out, you know, like I'm doing this thing and like these new dudes were getting on, like Ryan Spencer and T-Spliff and shit.
Did you want to get on Toy Machine though?
I wanted to get on Toy Machine, yeah.
But it's under the same roof.
It was under the same roof, and it was a thing where I was just like, well, Foundation could be sick. Like, I always thought Foundation videos were fucking rad, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just do that then.
It's amazing.
Because it was basically like a kid being, what would be the word, like, impatient. Like, I was just an impatient kid. Like, I was just like paid for skating. I dropped out of high school. I want to fucking be a pro skater. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
But it's like, you know, I tell these kids nowadays, the patience pays off.
Yeah,
I mean, look at you in Emerica,
for sure.
right? It's like
you learn that in time, though, for sure.
You stick with what you want.
Yeah.
And it can eventually happen.
Yeah.
You start bouncing around, people are just, oh, what is this guy about?
Being loyal
for sure.
Being loyal.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty impressive. You didn't sign that contract.
I don't know.
A lot of kids would have jumped at that right away.
Yeah,
I want to know who this was. Twigs?
Nah, that would actually be sick. Termite or something like that.
Yeah.
But then, so then when I was hurt or whatever, he was like, yeah, when you come back, like I'm going to start sending you F-boards and like, this is what we're doing. We're coming out with a video.
Sick.
WTF, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, for sure. And then like got back, started skating. I was out for like 9 months or something. Like I tore like 3 ligaments in my ankle and shit. It was
damn. It was
pretty crazy. Yeah, it sucked. But then I was like, okay, like, so then I started doing that. I started doing F stuff.
Didn't you jump in the van with Sinclair like right away to go on tour or something?
I jumped in the van with him like was it right after WTF? Right after WTF.
Okay.
Because I'd already, so basically my WTF part is all that Toy Machine stuff. Like my part was basically filmed in 3 months or whatever. And then there's like a little bit of stuff sprinkled from when I got back.
Oh, wow.
It was like, yeah, so I got back and like was able to skate or was able to film for like, I want to say like 6 months or something.
Okay.
But I was kind of just like getting the bearings back, you know what I mean? It's like one
After
of those things.
an ankle break, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have that fear and it was hard to like break through that fear.
Yeah.
But then it started like happening where I was like, oh, okay, like this is starting to work out and like I'm getting on Dekline, I'm getting on Foundation, like this is really cool. Like skateboarding started becoming like a more of a thing and like started getting in magazines more and more and I was like, oh, this is fucking crazy. But then, so then that's how I ended up on F.
Did your parents trip out that you like just dropped out of high school?
For sure. But it was like a thing.
For sure. No, they were totally cool with it.
The thing that happened with high
told me to
school.
drop out.
The thing that happened with high school was like I always hated school. I kind of hated like not like the fact of like someone who goes to school to like be a doctor or something like that. I didn't like someone like a teacher telling me like these are your options. These are the dreams you can have. And I was like, I have like my own dreams and these are not what this is not what I want to do.
Yeah, right.
Like, and I didn't like people telling me like you can't do that. You have to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, like I know what I want to do, which cannot work out for sure, but that's how you have to like live life. You know, you have to dive into stuff and see what happens. You know, like maybe you'll fly through the end, maybe you'll fucking hit the ground. Like
Exactly.
But you don't know until you try, and like that's what I hated about school was like people telling me like this is what you can do, and I was like, but there's this. Like I'm looking at magazines and I'm seeing these like skateboarders that are like superheroes. You know, like
seriously,
that's like the closest thing to me to a superhero is like a dude like Andrew Reynolds that frontside flips a 16 or something. You're like, that's a superhero. And looking at the magazine, like they looked like action figures to me. Like, look how cool these guys
right,
look.
right.
Oh, for sure.
Living in Arizona, I was like, I've never seen a pro skater. Like, look at these fucking dudes. Like, they're fucking superheroes.
Seriously.
And I was like, I want to be a superhero. Like these teachers are telling me like, you can be a teacher or a doctor, and I was like, I want to be like these guys. Like I don't even care.
Right.
So
and that's what at 17 years old you started getting hooked
at
up.
17, like I was like getting hooked up or whatever, but then
So you dropped out senior year?
no, I was in
11th.
ninth grade.
Ninth?
I was in ninth grade, and like I went through half of ninth grade, and then I stopped going to school, and then I got in independent studies.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I was in independent studies until like the end of 10th grade. But I was like, I basically went up to my parents, and I was like, they gave me the answers to everything. Like I'm not learning anything. This is all just like a waste of my time. And
I'm just handing in packets.
Yeah, I'm just handing these packets. Like I'm not learning anything, and I just want to be out there in the street skating. And my mom was like, I want you to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, you can't do this. Like, this is insane. And I was just like, I basically sat down with my dad and I was like, hey, like, how do you like going to work in the morning? How do you like coming home at this time? And then he was just like, fuck.
I love that. Little kid sitting down with the
Little kid sitting down with my parents, like just being like, I want to do this and I want to like try and do this. And he was like, all right, well, you have my support, but like, you have to figure out your way to make money. And like, and I was like, okay, like for sure.
Well, plus you were already in LA, right?
I was in Temecula at the time. And that's where like my parents live.
Because you grew up in Phoenix.
And then my parents moved me to Temecula, but then I went like back and forth from there. And then like when I was like 17, 16, like I started staying with Jared a lot, but I wasn't like moved out. I just like had
How
a
did you
backpack.
even meet these guys? If you're up in Temecula,
Meet who?
like Jared and all.
I met Jared through Aaron, like when I was like a little kid.
Aaron
like,
who?
Jared from Arizona
Jaws.
too.
Oh, Jaws.
Yeah, but I met Jared when I was like really young. Like I probably met him when I was like 12. I still lived in Phoenix when I met him.
So you grew up with Jaws.
I grew up with Jaws, yeah. The gnarliest skater of all time.
He's pretty gnarly. Yeah. So you grew up with Jaws, and then did he move out here too, or does he still lives
He's
out
still
there?
on Sweetwater.
He's
He's still there, holding
still
it down.
there.
He bought a house across the street from his parents' house.
That's
so
right.
when I go back to AZ, it's basically like I'm a little kid again.
That's amazing.
Was he playing the mouth harp back then too?
No, he started playing the mouth harp recently, but he got good pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you move out to Temecula. Wasn't Brian Herman from Temecula? Or is that?
That's Hesperia, I think.
Oh,
He's
Hesperia.
from deep.
Yeah, way out there. Yeah.
So you started then. So you're out there living in Temecula, and you started coming down to LA,
I started going down south.
down south.
I was
right.
going to
San Diego.
Yeah.
Train.
I got like a car when I was 17, like just when I turned 17.
Okay.
It was, but it was like just 16 to 17, like right there is when I got my car. And that's when I was like, oh my God, I'm mobile. And that's when it was just like,
Go skate
let's
anywhere.
do this. Yeah.
So wait a minute. You get on Foundation. You get on Dekline. You're already getting paid.
I started getting paid after my ad came out. Yeah.
Dekline ad or Foundation ad?
They came out in the same mag.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh,
So then I started getting like a little bit of money and it was like, oh, like
okay.
fucking mobile.
$250 a month.
And then like, yeah, and then
Yes,
during that time, I went straight into King of the Road, the first one or whatever. And that was like so during that time, it was like, I met Leo like a trip before that on one of like the cross country trips. Like I met Leo at Matt Bennett's pro party, and that's like the first time I met him. And then like on that trip is like when we first like kind of bonded. And during that time, that trip bled into like that was a month-long trip. And then during that time, we found out about King of the Road. So then I stayed with Sinclair and went from that month-long trip, drove all the way back to Texas, picked up the Dekline dudes, and we started our trip again for King of the Road.
Was that 2011 or something?
It had him in 2011, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then so on that trip, Sinclair was like, you should, because I was still living at my parents' house, or like kind of, because I was like going back and forth with Jared and stuff as well. But during that time, he's like, you should move in with Leo. And I was like, I don't know if he would be down.
I love how another guy's telling you to move in with somebody that you
Because
don't.
Leo had like a house, and like lived in Long Beach. He's like, all the dudes are in Long Beach, so you should move to Leo's. And I was like, I don't know if he would be down. And then like he hit up Leo, like, or I feel like he hit him up, but then like I hit up Leo, and he was like, yeah, you can stay for
X amount of days or weeks or.
He told me like you could stay for like 3 months or 6 months, but then
Okay.
my girlfriend's moving in, and like during that time, like you'll have to like find another place. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, and then I like ended up going there and then like staying, and I was like on the couch, and then one day he was like, I was there for probably like 6 months or something, like just like back and forth from like his house to my parents, but like I would just like I was basically I was living there.
Right.
And then one day he was like, hey, let's go buy you a bed. And I was like, what? And he like bought me a bed.
For the living room?
Gave me a
Oh,
room.
gave you the room.
Gave me like, because he has like 3 bedrooms or whatever. And I was like, holy shit. And then like after a year, he was like, hey, like, are you down to start like paying rent or something? I was like, yeah. And then
Was
I've
it
been there for
weird
9
though?
years.
Was it weird like to? Oh, you still live there?
I've been there for 9 years. Yeah, I'm still there.
Wow.
Leo's like, damn, I shouldn't have got him that
Yeah,
bed.
it's
Bro.
solid shit.
Can't run this kid now.
Yeah, for sure.
But was it weird though living with Leo Romero? I mean, you were kind of already in the group, but still, it's Leo Romero.
No,
This is
it was Nar for sure.
Were you tripping?
I was just like, well, it was one of my favorite skaters. Is
From Temecula to Long Beach,
yeah.
living with Leo Romero.
Yeah, he just kind of like took me under his wing, and just like let me just like stay and skate.
Amazing.
And like I met so many people through him, and it was just like, I don't know.
Well, Long
friend.
Beach is a place to be. I mean,
Skate wise,
every
Long Beach
oh
is
my
nice,
god.
so many people.
Yeah, it's mellow.
Did anyone else live there too? Just other than Leo?
People have come and gone,
okay.
but no one's like really lived there. Now we have Cody Long living with us,
Oh,
which is pretty sick. AZ's taking over the fucking
AZ.
house.
right.
He just moved in like a month ago, so
He's a filmer, right?
yeah, he's
Okay.
he's like a friend I grew up with in AZ.
Oh, sick.
Would you rather have nobody else move in, or do you like it the way with the rotating people?
It's like whatever, like,
Okay.
because like we had our friend Beam was living there, and he was like his tattoo artist. That's like a really good bro. And then he ended up, he was like never ever there. It was pretty insane. And we were never there either, but when we were there, it was like I would never see him ever.
Okay.
And then he ended up like meeting this chick, and then they like got married and stuff.
Wow.
It's-
Well, the reason I
it's fun
ask
that
is,
people come in.
roommates and stuff, and then you got to get used to this new guy who's coming in.
It's like not like people just moving. It's more like people like be there staying. Like
Right.
like Cody was just staying. Like he was going to stay for. I told him to come out and stay for like 2 weeks or something. And then during that time, I was like, he started hanging out with Leo more, and then it was like, hey, why don't you move in if you want to move out? Because he was like always talking about moving out of Arizona, and it was like, well,
Leo went and got another bed.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. Cody Long being there is really rad.
Sick.
But it's like everyone has their own room, so it's not like really like confined, you know?
Yeah.
right.
Like everyone has their own space, and like
The place is pretty big.
yeah, the place is like bigger or whatever. So it's like there's space, It's not like everyone's like in this like one room, like just hanging out all the time, like a gnarly ass skate house or something
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
VHS taped on a loop.
Yeah, which is rad. I think those are rad as well. But
Yeah.
but that's what I think keeps it mellow, because you can just like close your door and it's just like like everyone knows, like if your door is closed normally you're like chilling.
Do you have like the little sign on the door handle, like "Do not disturb"?
It's got
I
a
think it's
sock.
pretty known when the door.
Okay, door. Just put a sock on the handle.
scarf.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. Yeah.
So, Arizona, Temecula, Long Beach, still in Long Beach.
Still in LB. Mostly the road though. But yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, the first time you went on tour was with Sinclair.
Yeah.
First skate tour ever.
For sure.
Sinclair.
For sure.
How
yeah.
was that? I mean, Sinclair's the funniest,
And what kind of candy was on the dashboard?
best dude.
It
He's a
was
character.
Pretty fucking sick. Well, the first one we went on was this F trip. Mm-hmm. And that one was like short, and that one was pretty crazy because I don't think everyone really got along on that trip. So I was like, this is kind of wild. Like I just got on this company. This is fucking weird.
What do you mean everybody was just bickering? Or
It
was
was just, yeah, it was just like there was a lot of different dudes on the team, and I don't think they all saw eye to eye and stuff. And Sinclair kind of has his way he runs it,
Right.
So I think that trip was like a little crazy, but I was like so young at that time. Like I don't really remember that trip that well because that trip was like pretty short. But then like soon after that is when like Sinclair picked me up, and that was like he picked me up at my parents' house and was like, we're going on this month-long trip or whatever. And then that was like the first like big tour.
That was the first big one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And the little ghetto, the old one we used to have. The
I mean,
Dodge.
dude, a month-long tour in America is no joke.
Those are
Yeah.
fun. It's not long enough. Not
Really?
now. Yeah, not now.
I feel like after towards the end of the month, everybody's at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I've been with
last-
this guy for fucking
12 days and I need a break.
yeah.
The last one we
5
were on,
days.
it was 74 days.
Jeez. Was that
That
filming
was
mission or like
It was
demos?
filming.
It's a lot of Motel 6s.
We did demos to
Oh,
like
okay.
keep us on the road, basically. But it was for like filming the end of programming injection or whatever.
Oh.
But and then I've been like I was like filming my Emerica part on that as well. So
So you
it's
were
like,
you were just on their tour
but
filming.
like driving, and like me and Leo like kind of like make up these like trips, and Sinclair kind of helps like put the pieces together.
Gotcha.
Because we keep the van at our house. Like I have the van, like I move it back and forth
Oh, really?
for street sweeping and shit. Yeah,
For street sweeping.
yeah.
You ever forget?
Never, no. The van's a very important thing to my life.
You know.
I just hand washed it the other day.
Wow.
Clean this fucker down.
You don't even take it to the
Dude.
car wash?
No car wash. I washed it by hand.
What, the inside?
The inside needs to be cleaned, detailed. So we need it. It needs to get like oil change and all that shit. But we're about to do that because it's about to become that time again. Where winter's over and then we'll be gone.
Got to
again.
get on back on the road.
Yeah.
72 days.
Well, that one.
long
The thing that's
tour.
funny about that trip though, it's like at the end of that, like asking Leo and Leo asking me like, "Do you want to go back?" And just like, not at all. Like nothing in me wanted to come. It was just because like you're in like your prime of like skating or whatever in like such a short window of your life.
Sure.
And like where I want to be is skating and filming, and like there's nothing really back home.
Yeah,
that
I mean, what are you
does
gonna do?
that.
Yeah.
So that's why like being on the road is like that's the only place I want to be. So it was like not at all was I was like trying to come back. And then I was only back for like I think I was back for like 4 days or something, and then left to Germany. So that was like the reason I had to come back.
Damn.
It's great though, man. Traveling is definitely the best part about skateboarding. I feel like
For sure.
You know,
Traveling is like what really shows you what life's about, you know?
I mean, just going out and meeting all these people and experiencing different cultures, and I mean, it takes you around the world.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You meet some insane
And it's
people.
nice
and
when
you're
your
just like,
sponsors are paying for the bills.
That's true
Thank
too,
God.
Rush.
We-
That's
we
true.
hope.
And the spots. And the spots.
the
dude.
spots, yeah, that's what I mean. You know, it's like you see so much new stuff. It's like when you're in LA, it's like we have all these same spots you look at and you're just like, fuck, like I need something new. And
Yeah.
then when you're traveling and seeing these new spots, you're just like, why would I ever go back? This is fucking where I want to be, like seeing this new stuff.
Where was the spot in the U.S. that you were really surprised? Like what state? that you were like, wow, they got some shit here to skate?
There's a lot of places like that where I'll go to and I'm like, what the fuck?
North Carolina.
Texas is insane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Texas is really big, but like
What part of Texas?
we were in Houston. There was like so much stuff.
Yeah.
It was just like, what the fuck? Dallas, there's so much
Dallas
stuff.
has a lot of stuff, yeah.
It's like when you're at places like that, like I was like, I didn't even think there would be that much stuff out here. And it's just like abundance of skate spots. You're just like, what the fuck?
Wow.
But I feel like everywhere in the States, there's stuff.
For sure. It's just a lot harder to skate, I feel like. With security and just the
Yeah,
way.
you just never know.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's just so much. That's just where I want to be.
I mean, I've been to almost every state.
Yeah, I'm pretty
crazy.
close too. We never really hit the top.
Top.
No
right.
one does.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I just drove through like South Dakota or whatever the first time, or yeah, South
Driving
Dakota.
through counts though. You've been there.
I drove through, and that's what I was like. I don't know if this really counts, and it was just so flat. I was
Right,
like,
Nothing
right.
around.
fuck,
Yeah.
like this is crazy. I was driving, I was like, this is fuck crazy. Because me and Leo left, like, because me and Leo drove the van to, where the fuck did we go? Where did we meet you guys?
Minneapolis.
So me and Leo leave Long Beach to get to Minneapolis, and fucking, we had to be there in like a day.
Wow.
So we had to go pick up the NHS van. So we left at night because like we had to like Leo had to do some stuff and I had to do some stuff. So like we left like late, so we had like 34 hours to make it there, and it was just like fuck. So
And you had to go to
drove
Santa
through
Cruz
the night.
and then over?
Yeah, we had to go to Santa Cruz and then fucking all the way,
Wow.
and we just like drove through the night or whatever, and it was just like.
Wait a minute, weren't you already in a van?
Well, we were in.
You had to go pick up.
We had to take Leo's truck because we were using. It was an NHS trip, so we used the NHS van.
Oh, yeah.
So that was pretty gnarly. But like driving that, like I was like that day or whatever, was like the day to get there, and I was like driving, and I was just like, this is insane. Driving through like South Dakota, I was like, this is fucking wild. Like it was just like just grass fields forever. I was like, this is fucked.
Isn't the speed limit like 90 in some parts of
It's like
South Dakota?
It's like 80 and shit.
Oh, wow.
A lot of it's like 80.
It's just like
Yeah.
probably faster getting the hell out of there.
just get the fuck out of here. You're just like, all right.
I wanted to,
Easy.
But I'd like to see what the town has to offer. But it was just like that freeway or that highway. What is it? The fucking. I don't even know which
You
one
guys
it
were
is.
on a mission.
Yeah, we had to get to those
Yeah.
dudes because they were like landing. So it was like, fuck, we got to get there. The trip starts. Like,
was this the same trip where you guys or Leo skated that manual pad that was like on the bridge thing?
that was the 72-day trip. That was gnar.
That was.
But he did it on the trip
That's in
before.
Louisville.
He had
That's
already
in-
done it.
Oh, he did it already.
He did it on a trip before, and something
filmed
about the
it?
filming was like off or something.
Okay.
So we went back on that 72-day trip, and it was like the first time he did it, I didn't even watch him. I was like, fuck all this. Like I was like in the van, like away from the spot. And then that time we literally like parked under the, like you see in the clip, like the
Yeah.
van's parked right there, and I'm sitting shotgun driving, just like watching, like just please just get the fuck down, like just do it. And then he
Don't
did
fall.
another one, and then he was like, nah, I need to do it better, and like did it again. I was just like, dude, get down. Like, and then like right when he landed it, Danley was like, all right, Leo, let's get you down from there.
How did he even get up there?
Fuck. Then you like climb around the back, like it's fucked. It's seriously such an insane spot.
It
And like
looks.
to watch someone skate like that, you're like, he's doing a tech trick up here. What the fuck's going on? Like, why are you doing this?
How many times
One
did his board
primo.
fall down?
Just like a few times. He would normally like kind of keep his board with him.
Really?
I mean, it's kind of wide up there.
It's
you
like
know?
It's not
like,
that
It's
wide.
like this wide or something.
That's scary though. To
Like
Like a
look
nollie
down.
flip out, primo dead, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like this sucks. It sucked.
Did he
But-
nollie flip? He didn't nollie flip out.
Yeah, he
no,
did.
yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Knows me on nollie flip.
That was
Just like,
insane.
Get you down, dog.
You down.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got him every try. Like he's fucking Leo's secret tech. Like no one even really knows that part of
yeah,
Leo.
secret
But he's like tech as fuck for
Yeah.
real. So it was like he's got it, but this is fucked. Like please get down.
It's scary watching scary shit.
Like that.
Like it's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Like watching Jaws, you're just like, this is fucked.
I couldn't even imagine watching
you know
that
he's
little
got
guy.
it. Like that's what's weird about
He's
him.
a small dude.
He's
skinny.
gnar. He's skinny as shit. But he's so gnar. Like you just like you're like, oh, he's got it. Like if he like
He's
spits
confident.
off of stuff and he's like counts how long it takes to hit.
Spits off the shit.
It's like this dude's out.
No,
of his
he
mind.
knew when he was here, he was telling us that there's a each stair is a certain amount of
7 inches,
inches,
was that?
and everything. He calculates it in his head.
Yeah, because
how-
15 is his cutoff. Like 15 and a half.
I don't believe him though. I've seen him. I think a lot of shit that he's done has been way over that.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's done stuff like bigger than Leon. Like he's done like, and it's just random. Like it'll just be in a part and you're like, that is fucked.
It's fucked.
Like on that 70, he was with us on that trip, the 74-day one or whatever. And there was a spot in, where were we at? We were somewhere in Texas, El Paso maybe. El Paso, where the fuck was John? Whatever, somewhere in Texas, and like this tour guy was taking us around. He's like, there was actually this spot. It's called the fucking Jaws spot, the Jaws Gap, and we're like, let's go there.
We have to.
We go there, and it's this fucking gap that's like a 30 stair. Just like, what? And Aaron's like, I gotta do it.
It's called the Jaws
Yeah,
Gap.
and then he takes my board. He's like, here, I'm gonna switch out because my board, his board was like broken or something.
Okay.
So he takes my board, takes my wheels off, puts on these cruiser wheels, and just fucking melons this gap.
Put on cruiser wheels?
Yeah.
It was called the Jaws Gap before he even skated it.
So he made it the Jaws Gap. He's like, I gotta secure this.
He
one.
solidified it.
Yeah, and no one's jumping off that one. It'll be in like one of his parts. It didn't come out, and
It hasn't come
he
out, okay.
saved it for. I think he's working on this birdhouse thing. Or
Oh, sick.
Street or something. But
Dude, that boy's
it's
gnarly.
gnar. It was like, what the fuck?
How does his little legs
He
do
just.
it?
And the thing that's crazy about Aaron, like he doesn't roll like any other.
He
like,
springs.
Yeah, normal skaters like when they jump down big shit, they roll, they tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Classic fucking skater shit.
Sure.
He just fucking like just splats. It's just like it's so crazy. Like I've watched it for so long. I'm like, how does that work? Like you just land flat footed? Like that would kill anybody.
I think I'd be nervous to watch Jaws.
After you've watched him for so long, it's kind of like
Normal.
You just know he's got it.
Could be
You know,
those
like, you
FP
are-
insoles.
Could be the souls. But it's like it's his body. Like it's his body is like when we were kids, you know, he was jumping off like we were jumping off roofs. His dad would take us to roofs and stuff.
His dad would take you to roofs.
Dad's gnar. But he would bring us to roofs and like I would like ollie like he would ollie off them and then it was like, okay, like me and my friend Jordan were like, oh, like we have to fucking do it too. So like we started ollieing off roofs with them and stuff, but it was like, this is gnar. Like this is super gnar. But then like during that time, I realized like this is not for me.
Sure.
So then I started trying to ollie high and Aaron was just going down.
Yeah. He found his niche.
So we went like this opposite style. And he's always like, I always want to pop. Like, yeah, I guess you can't just have pop and
Yeah,
you
you went-
can't be able to jump off that shit. It's just,
Pop and
you're
drop.
just the way your body's built.
Yeah, you went the roof route. I went the pop route.
Yeah, I got the pop. I'll just get on that. You got the drop.
Dude, this is random, but I found a handrail the other day that actually I want to show you. I think you might. It's
We'll
good.
have to check it.
Kelly,
Yeah.
just call it the Dakota rail, and he'll have to go there and do it.
Yeah,
Just like
call
Aaron.
it right now. I'm calling Dakota
He's
Rail.
gnarlier than me. I don't even know. He's like one of those dudes who's like, I'm fucking doing this. You're just like, okay, you got it, dog.
He pumps himself up. Like
He's just like, he's very like energy. Like everyone, like, and you're like there with him. You're like, you're there. You're like, this is fucking
The
insane.
secret handshake.
The handshake, and it's like every time, like right here. You're just like, fuck, right here. You got it.
I
fuck.
think he could have done the leap of faith.
Oh, for sure. He would have kickflip meloned it. For sure.
Sure.
For sure.
Right.
But Jamie, and that's the thing though, like Jamie trying it, Jamie's body is not built like Aaron, so Jamie trying it is fucked.
Right. Plus, he was going too slow, I think.
He got smoked.
Yeah.
But that clip is epic as fuck.
It's the best.
But that's like a classic thing of like Aaron's body would just collapses on his board. Like if you watch his skating, like he literally collapses on his board and like comes back up like a fucking doll or something. Like,
Like a spring.
yeah, it's so crazy looking. Like he literally like it basically like falls on his board. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
It's so
Man.
wild.
But
And
he
if you ever
gets
watch
up.
Andrew too, like Reynolds, like the way he frontside flip stuff and like varial heels and stuff, his butt almost touches his board every time.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah,
And that was the thing
yeah.
I never even noticed till recently, and I was like, whoa, like that's how he's doing it.
And then how do you even get up from that
That's
position?
what I mean. It's
Strong
like I
knees.
was just like, it's very strong knees.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on there? But Andrew does the same thing, but Andrew's got like a different. Aaron's more like collapses in. Andrew's is like bolts, like more of like a
Landing gear.
it's like a landing gear thing.
Yeah.
It's weird, but if you watch that with those jumpers, it's just like what the fuck.
It's impressive.
Yeah, but Andrew is like collapses on his board as well. So
Crazy.
they're like the dudes, you know.
Ain't nothing like a good Andrew Reynolds frontside flip. That's true. You know what I'm saying?
Andrew's sick though. He did a
I
great job
know.
on that Baker video.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of people don't know that like Andrew does like all that stuff, you know.
Oh, dude, him and Dustin.
Yeah, it's like in that video is like really, really good. You're like, damn, Andrew fucking nailed it.
When I
again.
first heard that Dustin was like editing shit, it didn't even make sense to me because Dustin, you picture him like the party guy, the not like non-tech
He gets
dude,
shit done.
Yeah.
but he's such a tech. He loves like editing and shit.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It's epic.
It's epic.
And it's epic to think that like skaters are making these skate videos. It's like the dudes that are in the video. You're like, that's fucking sweet.
Man, and then you got Beagle filming, and it's just like the perfect storm.
Yeah, because everyone probably thinks that Beagle edits that stuff.
Right.
But Beagle just like films sick, and then it's like Andrew just takes it all and makes a
magic out of it, yeah.
masterpiece. You know,
Beagle captures the moments, and
Yeah.
they they translate it.
it's really sick.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What about the Emerica video you were just talking about? You guys are going to do what?
It's scary.
Why is it? Is there a name for it yet, or to be determined?
It's
There
like
is a
two,
name.
Oh,
There's a name.
Okay.
So it's you and John Dixon.
I don't know if it's a secret. I could probably
Is
say.
it full parts or is it like shared parts that are going to be sprinkled?
It's gonna be
somebody
me
said
and John,
Colin,
and then
talking about.
Oh yeah.
and then a team montage. But it's gonna be called Green.
Green.
Yeah,
I like that.
kind of go with like yellow.
Yeah.
And the fact that the reason that Green I feel like works is because like I'm green to the team, like new being on the team, and then John's like coming out with his first shoe.
Oh.
So green, you know.
Then they need to make one blue because yellow and blue.
I
make
was already in
green.
True Blue, so we already did that one.
It's all making sense. It's all making sense.
I like colors, I guess.
You guys got to do the intro like Yellow did, like the paint with the names
Coming
coming
up,
out of
but
it.
in green.
Yeah, it'd be epic.
And then the name sometimes would be on the screen for like way too long.
But they're making them on like they didn't have an Apple. They were like fucking like using tapes. Like I think that works. Fucking let's go with that one.
Oh, that was sick.
Which is so insane to think about.
Yeah.
Like those edits back then are like thinking of like Jamie making like Misled Youth. It's like they're just running a tape back and forth or whatever. It's like how the fuck
It's crazy.
do you do that?
Yeah.
Favorite skate video. That's my favorite skate video. And it's like they made that like that.
Yeah,
it's
tape
like
to
it's
tape.
wild.
But you're buddies with John Dixon, but you're sharing a part with them. Is that intimidating?
It's not like that. It's intimidating. It's more of just like he's so good. So it's like tough act to follow.
Tough act to share.
Yeah.
Because it's like John's so good, like watching John skate, it's like he can't really like do tricks bad, and that's
He
like
looks really. He's powerful and looks
powerful,
really
like,
good.
you can be like,
Switch
hey, have you ever
flips.
done this trick? It's like no, but you like try one. It's like it looks like you've done it forever. Like,
Right.
how are you flicking that? How are you doing that? So, his footage is insane. So it's like just one of those things where I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Are you very like critical of your footage or
Yes.
yeah?
I wish I wasn't.
I mean,
But, yeah.
it's hard not to be though. We're our own worst critics.
Yeah, for
right.
sure. I'm
So-
like crazy about like just like none of this is working.
Seriously, will you look at the angle of how the filmer filmed it and then want to do it again, or maybe tell the filmer like, hey, maybe would you try to go over? Like, are you critical of that?
With certain filmers, but like normally, like if I'm like filming with like Tim and stuff, it's like yeah, you got
They
it
got
for
it.
sure, you're fine.
Sure.
But if like sometimes I'll be with like Cody Long or whatever, and I'll be like he's like still like kind of figuring it out, like hey, like why don't we bring you like right here? And he's like, oh
Okay.
yeah, it looks better from here. Like
Sick.
that's fine. But I'm not like telling like fucking Tim or like John Miner or something like, hey, like you're in the wrong spot. Like, I'm like, you got it. You guys are fine. You know what I mean?
But sometimes in your mind, when you're doing a trick, you're already seeing how it's looking on film.
Yeah.
So if the filmer's kind of in a wrong spot, you can kind of fuck with your mind a little bit and be like, I pictured it kind of this way.
yeah.
You know?
Well, sometimes like I'll be like, there's like times I'll ask him like, hey, what are you thinking? And you go fish or long. And it's
Okay,
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think it'll look better. And like kind of talking about like, all right, yeah, for sure, like whatever you think.
Yeah. But then watching the footage back, want to go do it again.
I'm normally just like, I got it. Like we're fucking, you're. I'm like, you're stoked. Like I'm like that looks all right. I'm fine.
Do you ask the filmer for the footage and then watch it at home or something
Yeah,
like
and I
that?
just watch it over and over. And I'm just like, I fucking hate it. I watch it until I hate it. I'm just
Well,
like,
some people are like, I when I would get clips, I'd be like, oh, let me get the clip, and then kind of save it. Some people just don't want to see their footage at all.
I have like a little edit on my phone of my like footage, so I can like it kind of like the thing with that helps me is like I can know like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like okay, I need a kick front board. I need a kick front blunt. Like okay, I have a front blunt. I have this. You know what I mean? So it helps
Yeah.
you like
Or you wanna
balance
get a
like
better
where you're
one.
going.
Even playing music to it too.
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
can kind
do
of see
that.
what
I do that
goes
too,
well
yeah.
with it. Huh.
But they're just like shitty little edits. But it's like they're not even edits. They're just like the footage literally chopped
No,
up.
but that's great though. I've never had that.
It makes it easier.
I mean, we had Ty Evans, and
Yeah.
it's you trust these people, but
sure.
to have shit on your phone would be great.
Yeah, that's like the new technology, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, filming like WTF or something like that was like not at all.
Right.
And then
They'd
same
have
with
to
like
export it out.
Same with like Audi. It started happening during like Souvenir
Right.
and all that stuff. That's when it started like, oh, I can get the footage. Like, 'cause it's so easy. It's just like, yeah,
Airdrop,
here's a
here you go.
fucking yeah.
Do
there
you
it
have
is.
the song already chosen usually before you start working on a project or when you start?
Well, that's Jamie Thomas style.
No, I kind of just like bounce around with songs and like talk to the dude who's editing and just like, oh, I don't think this will work for you, and like kind of just like figure it out from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like also a thing too where like it makes it easier to like because you in your head could see something, and then when you put it on someone else's mind, they're like, hey, this doesn't really work, or like this might work better, and you're like, oh, okay, and you can kind of like balance it out
Yeah.
and
Sure.
find a happy medium between you both.
Yeah, compromise.
Because it's
yeah.
like what like music that I like is like music that you could not like, you know, and
Yeah.
then, like that could just destroy a video part. So it's like you
Totally.
kind of have to like step outside the box and like, oh, like what kind of music are you thinking, you know?
right.
So I think that can make it more special as
Yeah.
well.
Got to play all angles.
But
you
definitely,
know?
I'm not just like, yeah, just put whatever you want together and that's
Yeah.
fine.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
That's like, too crazy
Gave me a Little Wayne song. Nothing wrong with Little Wayne, but maybe not
No,
if it
yeah.
doesn't fit your style.
for sure. So yeah, more like
Could work.
Could
work
though,
with each
yeah.
other, you know. And that's what was like so special about skating too, is like filming with someone like Tim or something. It's like I know Tim's there and I know Tim wants to fucking be there with me.
Yeah.
And when you're with someone who like doesn't give a fuck, you're kind of just like, oh, this isn't working. But when you're with someone who's like, I'm here with you, like we're doing this, you're like, all right, like I'm putting my fucking life on, let's do this.
Totally.
Skate.
Yeah.
Like, and you're here because you love skating and I'm here because I love skating. And everyone else here with us is here because they love skating. Like, let's fucking be skateboarders, you know? Like, let's do what we love and let's make it happen, you know?
Dude, 100%.
And that's like the specialist thing about skating, that like some skaters don't get to feel that. And that sucks.
Totally.
I feel bad for that.
True, yeah.
Because skating is so special. Like, to me, it's like insane. And to a lot of skaters, you know, it's like this thing that you just love, and like you see your friends doing, you just love it. You're just like, this is so cool. You know, and that's what's cool about it.
And we're getting paid for this.
Yeah, and that's
Crazy.
lucky enough for that. But watching, and that's like the thing, like watching John, it's like, well, John's one of my favorite skateboarders, you know, growing up. Or not growing up, I guess we kind of were coming out at the same time, but like I'd watch John and he was like, holy fuck, and then ended up like hanging out with John, and now he's like a good friend of mine that like we talk all the time, and it's like watching him film and skate, I'm just like, how is this dude like this? It's like he's so gnar. It's fucking mind blowing. It's like,
It's always funny when you meet people and you become such good friends, and then you forget how good they are on the skateboard. You know?
No, like I'll just be hanging out with them, like having smokes or whatever, and just talking about whatever, and then like this weekend we went to, or this yesterday we went to some spot weekday style, and he just like front heeled this thing, and I was talking about the video part earlier that day. I was talking about the video. I was just like, fucking super nervous. He's like, I'm not really nervous at all. Like, he's like, I kind of just want to just go out there and have fun. Like, I have ideas of stuff I want to get, but if I don't get it right now, I'll probably get it later. But it's all just whatever. And I was like, how the fuck are you that? And then it's like, oh, because you're that good.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah.
Because then we went to a spot and it's like, he got a front heel, and I was like, I can't front heel. Like, how did you do that? He's like, yeah, I don't really do front heels, but that would work. And
Just
like,
learned it.
what? Like, you're the best skater ever. That's why it's mellow. Like, for me, I'm like, I gotta like figure out how to do tray flips again, or like, I'm just like, I get to the spot, I'm like, I've never tray flipped in my life. I don't know what's going
You're
on.
getting out of the van, like, God, I got to relearn how to skate.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I think you and him pairing up is a good match. It's going to be good.
I hope.
How does one choose music for that then? If
What's
if two skaters, who's choosing the music?
Well, it's two different parts.
Yeah, two different parts.
It'll be me. It's like me and John and like a team montage. Or
I
something
thought it
like
was
that.
you guys sharing a part.
No.
I would have liked to see that.
Well, maybe we'll have some stuff sprinkled in parts. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I misunderstood. I thought it was a shared part.
Oh no, that would be so mellow. Because then I'd just be like, John's got it handled. I'll just skate a couple rails, couple back
get some
lifts.
I'll
there,
fill in the
yeah.
blanks.
Yeah, I'm just.
No, but
I'll
dude,
be
you
good.
guys, man, you can have a sick part.
Do you guys skate the same spots?
Not really.
Yeah. Do you guys just kind of go to it? Like, will he go with you to a spot just for like?
Yeah. We just go skate together.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we're just there for each other or whatever. But there's definitely spots that like we skate together. But it's like John's like, he's like a different type of skater.
Yeah.
He's a
like,
beast.
Flick fucking drops. It's like I'm just like rails, whatever, ditches.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
skates
yeah.
ditches too. He's great.
Yeah.
Really, but
yeah.
we're different, so it'll be like not just all the same spots, you know what I mean? So that'll be a cool thing about it.
Definitely, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm nervous as fuck. I don't know.
No, you're good.
You'll be
bro.
fine.
You're good. You're good. It's only an
said.
Emerica video.
Yeah. It's only my favorite company, so I guess fuck.
Yeah.
Well, like turning pro for Foundation. How was that?
That was pretty sick. Turning pro for Foundation was very, very dope. It was like one of those things where I was like skating with Jared and stuff. I was actually staying with Jared at the time, going back and forth from Leo's, but I was staying at Jared's. We were like filming some stuff. I can't remember what we were filming for. I think I was filming for True Blue. I was filming for True Blue. I was shooting an interview
Oh, okay.
during that time. And Sinclair, or no, I just started working on my interview because like Sinclair hit me up and was like, "Hey, do you want to get dinner? I want to like talk to you about some stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure."
Is that normal or is that out of the?
It was like kind of out of the
Out of
blue,
the-
but it's like I'm like friends with Sinclair, so
Okay.
it was like kind of just like, oh, like he kind of just wants to talk about
You had
Foundation or whatever's
You
going
had no
on.
idea.
I had no idea, but it was like, and then we went and got dinner, and he's like, "Hey, like, so these are the plans that I kind of have for you right now," and he's like, "I want you to like shoot an interview, and I want to turn you pro like sometime in the coming year,"
okay.
and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like, all right.
Well, at least you had a plan now.
Yeah, so it was like that was like the thing, and he like told me that, and I was like, okay. So then I was like, all right, and then I like went back to Jared's house, and I told him, I was like, Sinclair wants to turn pro. He's like, holy fuck, and I was like, yeah, and then like started shooting this interview, and then during the time of me shooting the interview, I was back down south, and I was like probably like, I don't know, 5 months later or something like that, 4 months later. And he hit me up to come down south to go. Burn Dog hit me up and was like, yeah, I need to go over your photos for the interview. And I was like, oh, for sure. Like, and didn't really think anything of it. And went down there, met up with Sinclair first, and we went and got dinner or got lunch or something like that because it was earlier in the day. Yeah, I went down there in the morning, so we went and like got lunch and we were just like bullshitting around.
Did you go to the Golden Corral or something?
I don't know. We went to some sandwich spot actually that day. It was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And it was like a some industrial area in SD. And then we went from there, and then we went to meet up with Burn Dog and went to Burn Dog's house, and like Burn Dog was like, yeah, so these are the photos, like. And Burn Dog basically, like, I found out after that, Burn Dog was like, yeah, why would I ever have you come over to do that? Like, I would have just sent you this stuff.
Yeah.
But I was there just like, yeah, like, I guess this photo's cool. This, I don't know. He's like, well, all right, yeah, sick. Well, it sounds good. Like, your interview will be coming out, blah, blah. And I was like,
But
okay,
what
rad.
was the point of that, though?
It was to bring me down to SD. Because then after that,
I gotcha.
So then after that, I
right.
went back to Sinclair's house and we were chilling. We were hanging out. He was like walking his dogs, and he's like, "Hey, let's go get dinner or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll get dinner before to wait out traffic or whatever." And then we went, and we were driving, and I was like in the back of his car, and we were driving to get food or whatever. And like, I remember driving by this building, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "There was like Ryan Reyes, I think, or something, or Duffel or some shit." And he was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about, man?" And I was just like, "I swear to God, like there's fucking all these fools out front of this fucking place." And he's like, "Nah, man." And then like I was just like, "Nah, whatever." Like we're in SD, there's skaters everywhere, there's pro skaters all over the fucking place.
Sure.
So it's just like whatever. And then he like walked me, and then like we were walking, and he was walking in front of me, and then like opened the door, and like ended up being in this like little art studio venue thing or whatever, and it was just like, "You're pro," and I was like, "What the fuck?" and like all of it didn't make sense to me. And then like after I talked to Burn Dog about like that as well, he's just like, "Yeah, why would I ever have you come down here to look at these photos?"
Yeah.
I was like, I honestly didn't even think about any of it. I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to meet up with Sinclair and just like bullshit with fucking Burn Dog and stuff.
It's amazing, though. They told you they're going to turn you pro, going to work on these things, but then they surprised you.
Yeah.
That's
That's
amazing.
So it was like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it your surprise party that had Leighton's photo on the wall?
Yeah, it was. and that
Of him
I
in
was
the
actually
shower.
because Leo wasn't there because Leo was on the Emerica trip, and Leo knew about me turning pro, and I was supposed to go on the Emerica trip, and like he was like trying to fucking make me go on the trip, like to fuck everything up.
Oh, you seriously?
Yeah. And then like ended up like that being that thing, because I was like, I can't go on this trip. I have to do this thing. Like I don't even know why I have to do it. Like I want to go to on this Emerica trip, and he's like, you should just go. Like fuck that. Like, and I was just like, well, I gotta like see Burn Dog and like Sinclair. I don't even know. And then like just like didn't even think about it. But like Leo was like trying to like divert me to go on.
Later,
trip
where
with
you're
him.
like, you fucker.
I thought it was actually kind of sick. I was
sabotage.
like, that's actually kind of badass.
It's amazing, dude.
So that's how that worked out. That was pretty cool.
Do you like surprises?
That was like the first party of mine I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never had like birthday parties or anything as a kid, so I don't know. Surprises are cool, I guess.
Why no birthday parties?
I don't know. I never just really thought it was like something to celebrate.
Well, no, your parents usually throw a party when you're little.
They knew I was just kind of just like, no, like we'll just do whatever. Like,
Oh.
we'll just be hanging out with each other.
What about holidays? Christmas, Thanksgiving, all this stuff. Are you a big holiday guy? Because I'm not a big
I hate the
I'm,
holidays.
See, I'm not. Yeah, me too.
They
I'm not a
they
big.
fuck with my skating
See,
in my life.
that's
And buying like a present for somebody, and you're like, fucking, do they even want this? They have a job. They could buy whatever they want.
right.
But skating on Christmas is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that actually is.
Like,
I guess
everything's
it is badass.
open
So
to
I guess
skate.
it is badass, but I'm not allowed to do that except to be at my parents' house.
Yeah. See.
yeah.
So I'm crossed.
Yeah. But just being forced to buy stuff for people,
Yeah,
it's
it
kind of a
But it's cool to like see my parents and stuff because I'm always like gone. Like that's rad, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh shit, sorry.
No, for sure.
It's really nice to be around my parents. But it's nice to like be around like my parents and stuff. But like, yeah, the holidays are just kind of a jam up.
A little bit,
And that's
right.
the time when like skateboarding gets slow because like everyone's like, well, we have holidays and it's cold everywhere in the fucking States. You're just like, damn it.
Similar
Yeah.
to Brazil.
Except for Brazil and fucking Australia or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're kind of whatever. But I guess they work.
At least you got one party.
Yeah. Leo threw in my next party. Yeah, it was a birthday party, surprise birthday party. So
You got a surprise
Wow.
birthday party.
yeah, made me cry. So I was like, just like, what the fuck? Like this is insane. It was like during a really gnarly time in my life. So it was like walked into this like steakhouse and like my parents were there and like Minor and all these dudes like.
And Leo
friends.
organized
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
It's
that was pretty
incredible.
epic. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty nice.
It's a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
none
pretty
of these,
epic.
None of these dudes would do such shit like that for me.
You don't even want your birthday.
It's a lot to plan.
It's a lot. I mean, bringing
Yeah.
in the family and everything and trying
Yeah.
to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It was pretty nice.
Huh.
So that was a party, yeah.
So pro, and what do you turn pro? What, like 2-3 years after you got on?
It was like 2 years after
2
I was
years
on.
after?
or
That's amazing.
Like a year, and it was like 2 years.
Huh.
Something like that. It was quick because I wasn't 21. I was 20.
So 17,
19,
18, 19, 20.
I was 19 or 20.
So about, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
something like that around that. I'm
And-
bad with dates too.
So you had done WTF video,
WTF. And then I was working on True Blue.
True Blue,
Yeah.
and then the interview. So that's
Yeah.
when they're, okay.
But I was like working on interviews for like, that was when there was more than one mag. So it was like,
Right.
I was working on like all these interviews during True Blue because True Blue was like a little bit of a longer time period to work on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was what I was working on when I turned pro. But I didn't get turned pro at the premiere or anything. I obviously have that story. So it was just
I think I'd rather turn pro the way you did.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like
The
to turn
premiere
pro
sounds
during.
scary.
Yeah,
I
everybody's
see
there.
those ones.
People-
I'm like, those seem gnar. Like, and then your part
this
like
is
hasn't
weird.
played yet, or maybe your part already played. I was like, that sounds so scary. That sounds
You got a whole
insane.
auditorium of people. You don't
Yeah,
even
it
know.
sounds gnar.
You know what I'm surprised no one's done yet is like you have your premiere, and like as soon as everyone's leaving, do a pro party outside of the theater,
And just rage.
like
right?
on the sidewalk or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Just go nuts.
Yeah, but then they tell you to clear off the sidewalk.
or even like the fucking the lobby of the theater.
They'll get kicked out. That'd be nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, the premiere one.
I think after the premiere, they would just wanted you to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
Well,
I
if
mean, like
your
the
premiere
Baker one was
I-
insane.
I feel like if turning pro to premiere, your part's good enough to like you're probably stoked in your part.
For
It's just
sure.
scary.
But you're
It just
already
seems so
you're-
scary.
You're already nervous.
Yeah, you're like losing your mind.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, P.S. You're pro. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh yeah.
So much like
it at the
emotions. You
after
just be
party.
like, what the fuck?
See, I'd rather do it at the way you did it.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn pro to premiere.
Yeah, it was it was mellow. It was really cool. And then like for Glicks, like because Sinclair was like, well, should we turn pro at the premiere? And I was like, I don't know, like whatever you think. And then we turned him pro like a little bit before the premiere, you know, like
Okay.
at like a signing, just like his parents showed up. And it was
Yeah,
just
see,
like,
that's rad.
here's your board. Your dad's here. He's just like, what? So I thought that was like cool too, because it was like a small signing and just like,
love
hey,
that.
PS sign this board. Just like, whoa, what? I'm pro. Like,
Probably didn't
I thought
even
that was, like,
notice.
cool.
Just sign.
yeah.
What?
I feel like that was like a cool little idea that
Yeah.
Sinclair had for that one.
It's amazing. Sinclair's a good dude.
He's definitely a crazy idea, man.
I love it. He's great.
He's got a lot of time to think on those drives.
Oh yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
All
he-
sugared up.
Sugared the fuck up.
Yeah.
He might be off the sugar right now. I don't even know.
Oh, he sent me a photo the other day. It was just a banana runt that was on the floor of the van.
He's like,
dropped his banana runt.
I should get that.
And then the second photo was like a zoom in of the banana runt.
And then just a
on the
more
ground.
zoom in. It's just like pixelated yellow. It's like, yeah, classic joke. That
Sorry.
one always nails it, I feel like. The little zoom ins are always,
They're great.
they're classic. It's a classy iPhone thing
For
to
some
do.
reason, he felt like he needed to send me a photo of his banana runt on the ground in the van. I don't know.
Is that the one he doesn't like?
Oh, maybe.
Corn nuts for sure.
No.
He doesn't like corn nuts?
Fuck no. He's like crazy about the corn nuts. It's fucking wild. He's like, can't even stand them. I pay people to throw them out of the van. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's a random thing to get, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are kind of gnar, but
Barbecue.
Yeah.
they're
Makes
little
your
gnar.
breath smell.
The fucking ranch ones are kind of gnar. He's like,
corn
"Fuck, I don't
nuts."
want that shit, man. Like,
Corn nut breath. But
they are all right, though. I don't know.
They're not too bad.
he
Yeah.
does put the red vines on the dashboard so they turn
Soft.
No.
opposite.
Hard?
Yeah.
Why? Wouldn't you want it like a
I was
little
going to
warm?
ask you. I thought maybe you'd seen this done. He
I have
doesn't.
not, but I've seen him fuck those up. Just like, he's eating the shit out of them as someone's skating the spot. It's like, this guy's out of his fucking mind.
God, I love Sinclair.
Red vines are
man.
good, though.
They are good.
And he doesn't fuck with the Twizzlers or whatever, right?
Twizzlers are
He's
too
like, nah.
oily and they're weird.
He's red vine guy. Because
Red
they're
vine.
dry.
Well, that's why he puts them on the dashboard. They turn like jerky.
jerky.
That is fuck. Like hard.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's gross.
Jerky fucking like
Corn nuts sound way better.
sugar.
Corn is terrible.
They're kind of gnar, but I mean, they're not like fucking death defying. He's like trips about them. It's like, wow. Don't buy those. No one's allowed to buy them.
Banned.
Like, you can't bring them in the van.
Banned from the van.
But
Banned
when
from the van. But
sunflower
then there's
seeds-
bad boys that'll buy them. Like Blake for sure will buy them and like toss them up at Mike.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, what the
Well, you
fuck's
could
going on
s-
back there, man? Fuck.
You can smell those things when they get cracked open.
Oh yeah, he's like, I can smell. He's like, kind of spit out the window. And Sinclair doesn't really know how to spit, so it's like, he's like, and it's like, you can't even spit. He's just like, it's fuck, man. It's like, fucking, this dude's fucking out of his mind.
God, I just want like a GoPro fed to my phone in the van of Sinclair. That would be amazing.
Yeah, when he starts going, he's pretty gnar.
Oh God, he's the best.
I've definitely spent some time with that dude.
I'm jealous. I'm just seriously jealous. King of the Road. You've been on 2 King of the Roads. One with Dekline, the other with Foundation.
Yeah.
One was early on. One was Thrash. Well, they're all Thrasher, but you did one. It was before Vice.
Yeah, no Vice.
And then the one. What was the difference between the two? Bigger production.
Just the
with
bigger
Vice?
production and stuff. Yeah, but
Kind
it
of
was
the same
like,
vibe.
but pretty similar.
Okay.
But like definitely like the production was like a bit different. So it was more of just like that. Like, well, we got these headphones on you, and like
You're
there's
mic'd
this
up the
other
whole
team.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But like,
Were you nervous wearing a mic all the time?
no. No, I wasn't. They were like, yeah, you guys are like the only ones that don't really care about the mic. It's like, I mean,
What are you gonna like? What
what am I gonna say? Like, I don't really care. It's like I'm just like talking shit. It's like I'm not like saying insane shit. Like, I mean, it's
Right.
insane for a skater, but it's just like I don't know. It's like just whatever. But yeah, the first one was like definitely mellower, but like gnarly as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but it was like didn't have like the big production and stuff.
You just had like a filmer with you that was
Yeah.
documenting everything.
Yeah, it was like I think it was Tim and Jared Lucas.
Oh, okay.
So 2 filmers I filmed with.
2 filmers, and then when it goes over to Vice, then it's sound guy, producer.
That's what was.
video-
There was like that other van of people, and like
Yeah.
you'd go to a place and they're like, "Wait, like, can we skate?" And you're just like, "I don't even know. I'm fucking drunk right now, dude." I don't know what's going on." They were definitely crazy about like lunch. Like they like had like because they had like their like times, you know, like they're being paid like
Sure.
differently, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like they need a lunch break. They need
There's
like these things.
Rules to all that, yeah.
Yeah, and they're and it's like a rule thing. So
Yeah.
I remember this one night, like we were like. Can't remember we were on the Vice one, and it was like they were like, we need to stop and like get dinner, and they were like freaking out. So I was like, I'm so used to like not eating at all.
I know.
all day, like skate style, just like we're just like.
So what? We're gonna
once a
stop
day.
by a AM PM,
Yeah.
and then you guys are gonna get
No,
dinner.
you're
Like, no, we need to sit down somewhere. Just like,
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't know
feed your
what the fuck's
crew.
going
You
on.
gotta like
Yeah,
yeah,
certain number of hours of sleep.
it's all
for the next shoot.
legal
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
that was like the only thing that was really different, I guess.
Right.
But it was definitely like we like stayed. We had like more. There was more money because of Vice or whatever, you know. So it was like we had like nice hotels and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I think we had per diem and stuff. So that was like nice.
You guys didn't win that one.
I've gotten last place both times.
Last place, both.
That's how I roll, dog.
It's consistent.
My last AM contest, I skated. Sinclair made me skate. Phoenix Annie was like, "You have to skate this like fucking." Because he knew he was gonna turn me pro or whatever, but like he was like, this could be like the last one you could skate, you know? Like, and I'm just like, I hate contests. Like, he's like, I'm putting you in it, and I was like, all right, fine. And I got second to last place.
Second to last.
Yeah, I like went up and I just like started skating flat. He was like, "What the
love
fuck,
that.
man?" I was like, "I told you not to put me in it.
Oh, you purposely just like did flat
I wanted to
ground?
try and get last.
Oh, nice.
Who got
beat
last?
you?
I don't know."
You don't.
But he's the man. He's sick. Because dead last would be kind of sick, like complete dead last.
Out of like 200.
He's like, it's Phoenix Sam, it's your town. I'm like, yeah, I skate this town. I don't skate the contest. I used to when I was a kid.
The only thing that's different though is that you tried to get last, and then he probably didn't try to get last. Then, you know,
Happens to the best of them. Maybe it was because like, I was actually on F that they didn't want to give me dead last. I bet the kid probably skated better than me. So they cheated probably. The judges. He might have even. I think he was judging it. I can't even remember. He probably gave me a nice score. Fudged the numbers a little bit.
this motherfucker.
This motherfucker just wasted my money right now. Can't believe it. What the fuck's going on? I spent a lot of time with that
That's a
dude.
good impression.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, last place.
Last place.
Oh,
it's amazing.
The Dekline, the fucking King of the
King of
Road.
the Road.
Last place, twice.
Who was on the Dekline team with you?
It was Matt B,
Tim.
Tim, Nick Molino, Ryan Spencer, and myself. And then Tim was filming, Jared was filming, Sinclair was driving, and our photog, I think, was Dan Z.
Come to think of it, that's Dekline had a good team.
Dekline was super
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
I love Dekline. Dekline was like an epic team, and like we did it all with like such little amount. So like I am happy that we were able to put out that video to show like what the team was.
Right.
Like having Chad in there and Matt B and like
Seriously.
like that was like one of Matt B's like best part. It was
Yeah.
like such an insane video part. So Pat Burke was in there, James Hardy. Fucking gnarly team.
Dekline. Not the best name for the shoe brand, but
Yeah.
you know, it's.
I was thinking the same. I remember hearing something about like Stevie was saying like to Blake or something like, you never want to name a company like something negative. And I was
Sure.
like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And I'd never even met Stevie, but I was like, he's fucking right.
Well, suppose I mean, you know, the decline in sales. There's a decline in
Yeah. Like when my
demand.
card gets declined, I'm like, damn that. P.S. Can I get a box of declines?
And it was so close to Dekline too.
Oh,
It
that's
was
right, the
too
backpack.
close.
Yeah,
that was
right.
always a joke too. Just like Dekline, I'm just like, I don't know, it's this company. It's pretty sick. I don't know. I have a shoe coming out. I don't know if you're down.
Dekline lasted what? 5 years?
Dekline was around for a long time before.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
like
It's like Melcher was
it was like
part of the first program.
old.
Oh, so they went through different.
They had like Adam Diet was on. Like it was like, and I never really knew about it either. The only reason I knew about it at the time when I was like, was because I was on Toy, and like that's when I hit up Sinclair to get a box. And he's like, yeah, of course I'll send you shoes or whatever. And then that's when I started skating them. So it was kind of just like a thing. Like I was just like, but I never really knew about it. And like they were never out there, you know?
Yeah. That's
So
why I
then we
never-
started working on that that project, and that's when Dekline like started becoming like a little bit cooler. But then it was like, it was just too gnarly to like have a shoe company.
And then they
out.
went in. Then after you guys, they had a whole other team, right? It wasn't York on it.
No,
and
it's after us, we're gone.
yeah.
Well, it died, and then they like probably I think they sold it to Argentina or something, you know.
Okay.
But the dude that like started Dekline, his name is Kevin Furtado or whatever. He started State,
Oh, State, yes.
the shoe company, and they're still around right now. So that's really rad. So he's like doing his own thing.
Rad. Okay.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. But he's like doing his own thing in SD, which is rad.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to make it work.
Shoe business is tough.
The shoe business is
Tough.
hard, yeah.
You know. Well, you're in a good spot right now. Foundation.
I'm stoked, yeah.
At Emerica.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
Green.
And I'm really stoked with like what we've done for the F, like coming back to like when like Sinclair got me on F, it was like this kind of lost kid at the time, you know? And then we kind of like were able to like take control and like kind of figure out what we wanted to do with it. And like with me, Don and Sinclair, like kind of trying to like figure out what was going on. And now it's like to where it's at now, it's come a long way. And I'm like really proud of like what we've done.
So you actually kind of stepped in and tried to help the direction of the company, or
Yeah, just with like having graphics and stuff,
Okay.
and like
rad.
dudes like me and Don were at Cherry Park and we saw Corey Glick skating for the first time, and Don's like, "Who the hell is this kid?" I was like, "Dude, who is that kid? What the fuck?" And then we brought him back to Don's house, like some kid at Cherry Park, and we were like, "So what like board companies do you like?" And he's like, "Oh, I like Toy Machine and stuff." We're like, "Well, we want to put you on Foundation." He's just like, "Well, I guess."
Wow.
Wait, what? You just saw him? We're like,
Yeah, we just saw him skating.
we want to put you on.
Yeah, and he
That's-
was just like doing frontside flips on flat, and I was just like, "This dude's fucked."
That-
And then found out that he was not.
And then found out.
Well, yeah, but it was like this thing where you saw him skating. It was like this kid is like
Something special,
gnarly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
he's-
maybe Don
you could
knew
see
about
it.
some of the footage he had maybe had come out or something, but I didn't know anything. Like I just saw him and I was like, this dude's insane.
You could see it.
yeah.
see it.
And then we brought him
good.
back to Don's and we're like, we want to give you F boards.
Sick.
And then that was the story we wrote with.
It's rad to be involved in the companies. Though.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of skaters, they don't care about board graphics or anything. They just skate.
Yeah,
Which
no.
is cool too.
Yeah,
But it's
for
rad
sure.
to be able to, jump in there and get your hands dirty and
Yeah, I mean, your
help
name's
out.
on it, you know?
Yeah.
So, and like with F, it's like the whole thing about Foundation has always kind of been about art.
Yeah.
Because of like, Swank was always just doing art, but he was like kind of always wanted it to be like other people's art as well. So like that gives me like the opportunity where like I hit up all these artists and I'm like, hey, like this idea, and they're like, yeah, and then like F's down with whatever I send them. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
I mean you've had Templeton Graphics
Yeah,
and stuff, which
a
is
few of those,
fucking
yeah.
rad.
yeah, which is really sick.
Yeah.
My first board was a Ed board basically. So I
So you
kinda
went from
turned pro
Toy
for
Machine Flow to Foundation, and then you got an actual
Toy
Ed
board.
Templeton graphic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then like Ed's like really cool too. Like I could hit up Ed like whenever, and I'm like, hey, are you down to a grab? He's like, oh yeah, for sure. Like no worries.
Sick.
So
Rad.
that's like cool to do as
You
well.
think he'd want to do a mug for us?
Probably.
Yeah.
His art's expensive.
Will you hit him up for us?
I will.
Yeah. Be like,
I'm like,
Nine
hey,
Club wants
Ed,
you to do
where
a
are
mug.
you? He's like, I'm in Germany with Deanna. I'm like, you are so sick. What are you doing? He's fucking.
That's
he's
awesome.
like everywhere right now. He's like so fucking out there.
He's a busy dude.
He's
Yeah,
busy.
it's
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
insane right now. I don't ever get to see him.
he's the best.
He's a really cool dude. Yeah,
the
he's,
best.
and he's at Templeton. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck.
Ed Templeton.
Yeah, it was kind of gnarly quitting his company, but whatever. Or quitting Flow.
Yeah. What did you
All you
have
did was
to?
merge from one brand to the next.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna go to
still,
the
it's
sister company.
but it's
Yeah.
still it's yeah. But he's not running Foundation. It's because like Girl and Chocolate, right? It's the same thing, run by the same people.
Yeah.
Foundation and Toy Machine is different, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, Sinclair runs like he's like the TM of both, but it's like it's Ed's thing,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
F is like Todd's thing.
Sure.
So it's like
right.
but it's like under the same roof, like we all skate together. It's like it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing.
Right,
It's just like Girl and Chocolate. I feel like because it's like we all skate together,
Sure.
so it's like the same shit.
When you had to go over to Foundation, though, did you have to talk to Ed? Or-
Nah.
No.
Like Ed had hit me up like once before, And I was a little kid and he like called me and I was like, what the fuck? And he was like talking to me about Toy and I was like, whoa. And then like I never really heard from him again. So it was kind of like a thing where it was just like, I don't even really know. And I knew Sinclair was the TM of both. So it was just like, I'm just talking to Sinclair.
Wait, you said it was Sinclair's idea to move you over to Foundation, right?
Yeah, because he knew I was just like an antsy little kid that was just like, I just want to get on something. I want to do something. And it's like, well, I don't know if Toy's going to work right now, but we're doing this thing with F and we want to put you on. So I was like, well, then let's fucking, because like the way I looked at it when I was a kid, I was like, this is my only shot. Like I'm growing older, but it's like I was a kid. I could have waited and got on Toy and like everything would have been like fine with that. But it's like, I'm stoked that I made the change and like the things that we've done with F. I'm like, I'm proud of. But it's like definitely, if you're a kid out there, be patient.
No, I tell people all the time, kids, you know, you can get stuck with a certain image in skateboarding, riding for certain companies, you know, and if you just wait and really, you know, put the pedal to the metal, and you know, get out there and do shit, it'll work out. Yeah,
I mean that's how it was with the Emerica, you know. It was like I was like, this is what I want, and if it's not this, then it's nothing. Like, right. And that was fine with me because I had come into that age, you know, where I was like, I'm getting older. It's like I'm not gonna like get on like Nike or Vans or whatever, and it's like I didn't want to be on that anyways. So it was like I just want to skate Emericas because that's what I want, and this is what I'm going to go for. And these are the dudes I'm skating with, you know.
I mean, when I was on Flow for Chocolate, you don't know how many different companies I turned down. Plan B.
I mean, that was like shit was booming.
Toy Machine.
F was probably
Foundation.
Yeah,
crazy. But I just waited.
Yeah,
Chocolate got on. Everything's been
I actually I got hit up about Chocolate when I was on Toy Flow from BK.
BK, yeah.
When I was about to get my first like toy box was on its way, and he sent me a pair of Etnies, and he was trying to send me chocolate boards, and they were on the way. And I hit him up, and I was like, I just got like offered from Toy, like to be Flow, and he's like, the boards are on the way. I was like, you can just send them back.
Dakota, I'm
sorry,
kind of pissed. What
I'm
are you
sorry,
doing?
Dog.
You guys could have been teammates.
I know.
My life could have been a lot different. Which is so crazy to think about, like with that. But it was like I was like obsessed with like Zero, Foundation, Toy Machine, like that whole that was that was what I grew up loving, you know.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know.
I think I know a guy now.
Yeah, okay.
That is like actually something that almost from that dude team. I never even met that dude, but the BK thing or whatever.
Yeah, that is.
So the first shoes I ever got were Etnies from him.
Wow.
And then he had the chocolate boards coming, but then I was like,
okay.
And I didn't want to be that dude that like, it was like a weird thing to me as well. Like I was like, oh, I don't want to be like dude getting like two boxes of boards. Like I don't want to be like trying to like steal stuff. I was like, yeah, you just send them back because like I should have been like, I'll just take them and give them away or whatever. Yeah, but I was just like, no, like Toy Machine hit me up. Like I can't.
I wonder if he sent my board to you.
They just lost somewhere at Amazon now. But yeah, Team BK.
Team BK. Wow.
Never met him, but
it's amazing.
He's a great dude.
Sent me shoes.
He's super cool.
I remember getting the shoes and be like, wow, fucking Emerica or Etnies, like this is insane.
Yeah.
That was before Dekline.
Yeah, I was like 14. It was like right
when amazing how everything comes back around.
Yeah.
It's like
no, it's wild.
Dekline, then you were a free agent for a while, and then Emerica, and then boom, look at you. In the video, John Dixon doing it. Colorways.
Dedication.
So you got colorway right here?
Colorway. Yeah, which is super wild.
Look at this. Huh?
Took a long time to get on, but
pretty
slip-ons? Quick. I will skate those, yes. I do skate the slip-on. I do skate the slip-ons. The slip-ons in the Why Not G6s because they have like the extra rubber on them, you know?
Oh.
And like I can't flick without the rubber. It's kind of just how I've always skated.
Huh.
But yeah, those like leather ones, so like they kind of like hold their shape better.
And what do you just say? Hey, I want some type of red
ox blood.
Ox blood.
Ox blood's what it's called.
Wow.
It's a great
name.
The Servold ox blood.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It looks kind of like dressy too, almost.
Yeah. You can wear
it's kind of surreal, really, to have that. It kind of fucks my head up.
Look at that. Your name's in there.
It's scary.
Is that your first one?
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats.
Well, you had Dekline.
Yeah. I had a pro shoe. Yeah.
A pro shoe. Yeah. On Dekline. Oh, wow.
That I based off in Emerica. Leo's.
I love that.
Yeah, I had like I had like Leo's laced or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I want a shoe like this, and like basically made an Emerica shoe that I could skate.
That's amazing.
And then now it's full circle.
Look at that, man.
It's scary.
Great company to be involved with, man. Great history.
It's just like it's funny because like that's what I just grew up. That was skateboarding to me, you know. So to have the opportunity to try and get on, and then like it working out was just like fuck.
It's amazing.
I still don't even know.
Life's a trip. You know, you grow up idolizing these companies and people, and then they become your sponsors and your friends.
Yeah, it's super wild.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's a trip.
crazy.
It's a trip. And,
Yeah.
you know, skateboarding, the industry is very small. Small industry.
People think it's huge.
It's
but
tiny.
it is microscopic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Burn
nowadays,
one bridge, you fucked yourself over. Like,
Seriously.
Later on in life.
and nowadays, there's so many kids out there. There's so many good skateboarders, but the industry is very small. I mean, nowadays there are a lot of different companies, but the big boys, there's not that much room.
Yeah.
You know,
It's insane. And then with it only being like Thrasher too, just the one outlet, it's just like everyone's trying to get in there, and like Thrasher's so rad, and it's just like Thrasher's probably just like, this is insane.
they
Like,
don't
there's
have
so
the
much-
capacity.
They're like, this is insane.
They don't.
Yeah.
But it's like Thrasher's so fucking sick, and it's always been so sick, and it's like really sick that it's still doing it. But it's like, it must just be insane for like Burn Dog and stuff. He's just like, oh my God. Like,
Oh yeah.
and then like Cole and stuff, like the dudes behind the scenes that no one even knows, and
They need to
everyone's
bring
just like,
Slap back.
everyone's just like, come on. It's
Yeah.
just like, their hands are just be so full. It's just like insane to think about.
Seriously.
The
But
craziest-
thank God that they're around.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about skating to me is like we're all in this, but like we're all in this industry that it's based off what people think about you.
Yeah.
That's literally it. There's no like, hey, if you go grind this rail, you're gonna get sponsored.
Yeah.
It's just if someone believes in you or not.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And you need your friends to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
can't do shit without your friends. That's like the main thing.
No, it's true.
And like having relationships with people, you know, like me, like fortunately I have like, or like, yeah, fortunately for me, like I have like a relationship with like Burn Dog, and I can hit him up and personally be like, hey, like I'm working on this thing. Like, and he's like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, you know, like we got you for sure. And it's like, I already had that before the other magazines weren't gone, you know, but it's like, thank God I have that still now. You never really
Totally.
know like what's going to happen in skating. You
Oh
know?
yeah. How crazy is it? There's one skateboard mag.
Sinclair told me that when we first started going on tour, he was like, there's going to be one left. You know that, right? And I was like, what are you talking about? And that was like when there was still like Skateboarder,
Sure.
Skateboard Mag,
There's a bunch of
was
mags
it?
in Europe right now.
What was that? The
Trans
Trans
World.
World, and like all those. And he was like, these aren't like, I'm telling you, like this digital stuff's gonna fuck it. I was like, there's no way. And then like after they all died, and then it was like Thrasher was left. I think Sinclair, or I hit up Sinclair, and I was like, I guess you were right. It's
crazy.
He's like, it sucks, man. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it fucking sucks, but it's like, at least Thrasher's still there, like still fucking pumping. So
Oh
it's
my
like, thank
God.
God.
It makes it more special too if you get into Thrasher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Thrasher's like really
the
rad.
Bible.
It's like has a fucking cool logo. It's like everything about it's cool. The people behind the scenes are really rad. So it's like, at least there's that.
Yeah.
Like thank God. But it's like, please, like if that dies, and it's like,
Dude, that would be
then
crazy.
then it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, no matter, like it's like, please, and Thrasher is doing great. So that's like,
Well, they
what's
have the
rad.
means to keep it going.
Yeah. Like
right?
now
They're
it's
not
like, they
dependent on
basically
it.
are the last pillar of skating, where it's like, they have to keep it going. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's up to them. And that must be just insane for those dudes. Like, fuck, like this is
Right.
gnarly. But
Right.
they're nailing it right now.
Well,
so
Rogers
it's sick.
is right. There are other magazines out there,
Well, yeah.
European mags, and all
I'm just
that
saying
stuff.
in the
but
States.
the
Yeah.
But yeah, like free and
Free
fucking-
skate mag's
the
awesome.
core-
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Those
Yeah.
magazines are
Skate
super
mag.
rad.
yeah,
Pocket.
pocket,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
yeah.
Those magazines are rad as fuck. But
Sure.
I'm just saying, like in the States,
In
it's
the
like you
States,
can't get in
it's-
those unless you're out there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were talking about Trans World, the
Yeah,
the
those
ones out here. Yeah, crazy, dude.
But-
so you still try to go out and get photos and
Yeah, yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
for sure.
For your
It's still
Instagram.
special. Yeah, for my Instagram. The thing for me, like Leo is actually asking me, like, what is it about like your interview that you like care about? And I was like, the reason that I care about like shooting this interview, which I just like got done shooting, it's like the reason it matters to me so much is because it's actually a physical copy of like what I've done.
Yeah.
And to like have that is something very special to me.
It's not gonna be around forever.
Yeah, like digital, it's like it's rad, like all the videos on the internet and stuff,
Sure.
and it's like you don't have that physical copy. It's like that sucks. So like having the the magazine's still there. It's like it's there. So I'll have that interview of like when I was 26 or 27. Like yeah, I want to have that. And that's why it's special to me.
You could hand a copy to your kids.
Yeah,
And,
and be like-
say, look at old Pops here.
Yeah, and that's like the special thing to me
amazing.
about Thrasher still being around. Thrasher still printing mags. It's like you can still get in there and still have that
Yeah.
physical thing. You know?
It's still special. It's
Yeah,
special.
for sure.
I love it.
I mean, I still remember the first time I saw myself in a mag, and I was like a Bliss magazine that Chris Ortiz shot,
Sick.
and I was like working at Active, and I was like, what the fuck? Backlit fakie, and he like put like a tiki, he like photoshopped a tiki at the bottom, all weird style. And I was just like, maybe even Bliss did it, I don't even know, but I was just like, whoa, like what the fuck? Like working at Active and like seeing
Yeah.
that. Just
What were
being,
you
like,
doing? What trick?
Backlit fakie on this 12 rail.
Backlip fakie.
That I actually backsmith the rail in WTF. It's
You
this
did?
film Fisheye.
Oh,
So if you ever see that, I backflipped it that day as well. And that was the first mag I was in.
there was tiki torch at the bottom.
Yeah, but it wasn't there. I was like, why the fuck is that in the photo?
Yeah,
And when I saw the photo, I was like, was that there? What the fuck?
Am I tripping?
What the hell's Photoshop? What the fuck's going on? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, Chris Ortiz fucking got my first photo in a mag.
He's a man.
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah!
and I
Love
actually
Chris
brought it up
Ortiz.
to him, and he was like, "You know, a lot of people have said that to me. Like, I was just talking to Abe, and he told me that, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's badass."
Insane.
Yeah,
Chris Ortiz, good dude.
yeah. He got me first one in the mag.
Good dude, bro.
we gotta get him on
Always
the
remember
show,
that.
I know.
dude.
He's got stories
He's
for days.
funny as hell.
Yeah, he's badass.
Hell yeah.
He's super sick.
What's up with the stash? I like that stash, bro. Have you been running that for a while, or?
Well, I always wanted one when I was a kid, and then when I became a man, I decided to run it. My dad had a mustache when I was growing up as a kid, and I always thought it was like the coolest thing. So I was always like super into cowboys and stuff. Like
okay.
Tombstone was my favorite movie growing up as a child.
Yes.
Like I would like get in diapers and like shoot the bad guys and shit.
You
Really
got a
little kid watching
little
it.
gun
Yeah.
belt on.
Yeah, yeah. And so I always thought cowboys were really fucking cool. And my dad had one. And then I was like, fuck, I want one of those. And then I thought really hard and wished. And then it came.
It came.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started rocking it?
Like right when it started coming.
You just never cut it.
Like when? Like 14?
No, it took me a while. It took me some time. I feel like it started, I started having it after I turned pro. It was like right around that time.
Have
So
you
I was
ever,
like 20.
once you got it, have you ever not had it?
I cut it once and I was like, never again.
Never.
Really? My lips fucked.
Now, see, the stash fits you perfectly, right?
Thanks, dog.
I am scared to death to try to let it go and grow a stash.
I
I'm
think you look
scared.
sick with one. Like I'm active.
Yeah, I think you could just let it, like your face grow and then shave it off and leave the
You might be more of a
mustache.
donut guy.
A
The donut's kind of gnar. The
That'd
donut's
be
scary.
That's sick.
But yeah, I like the stash.
I'm just saying that certain people, it works very well. The beard,
Yeah.
works very well. Me, the beard, not so much. That's why I'm worried about the stash. I don't know if I could pull it.
I might be able to pull
Don't do
it.
it.
I don't think you could pull it at all, but it'd be great to see.
I feel like you kind of could because you have like sharp features.
Is there?
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah. I like
Sharp
that.
features, huh?
I wonder if there's like a. Is there like a beard month or a mustache month or
Isn't
something?
it? What is it? November or something?
yeah.
Some dude asked me that in November. He's like, "Should you grow that out?" I was like, "It was like the beginning of the month." I was like, "Yeah." I just fucking woke up. Was just like,
You pushed out the
pushed
hairs.
it out. I'm like, nah.
Movember.
It's
I guess
Movember,
that's
yeah,
something,
yeah.
What's Mo?
It's like
Mustache.
It's
Oh,
for the
my-
men's prostate or something.
Yeah, it's like for some. Yeah. It's like a.
Movember.
In the office, the fucking what's his name says it. I can't even think of his name right now. I'm drawing a blank. I'm too nervous.
Well, maybe next year I'll hit the November mustache. I don't know.
We're just missing it right now.
Yeah, I just missed it.
Yeah.
I
I
heard
can't.
chicks dig him.
I can't push it out.
Heard the chicks dig him.
Really?
Yeah.
You heard? What,
Flavor
you don't
saver.
know?
Well, I know from experience, but I don't know. That's for everyone else to find out themselves.
But it's been confirmed.
Yeah, it's been confirmed.
I love it, bro. I just
But
see
yeah.
people with these, facial hair, and I'm always envious.
I mean, you have facial hair.
But it grows in patches.
Mine
You
too,
see?
though. I don't.
So,
I'm missing the same spots you got right here.
right? And so when you grow a beard,
Pisses me off.
it looks unkept.
But if you get it really long, then it covers it. But
But then
it's
it looks
you're
like
hiding.
shit.
But then you're hiding. If
yeah,
you're
it looks like shit.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you have a beard, it's like you're hiding.
I feel like you need to have like some grooming products in yours.
Yeah, I need to some spray to fill in whatever.
Is there a certain length that your mustache gets, and you're like, oh, I got to trim.
Oh
this
yeah, I
up?
trim like around my right here.
And but
when I'm
that's the
eating.
thing though, when you're eating, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
food,
No,
you're
I
always
trim
wiping.
It. I trim it. If it's too long, then it's fucked.
But even right now, you're always wiping food. It
it's
feels
not
like
too
you
bad
have
right
food
now.
on your face all the time.
It doesn't.
No?
But when
you
I'm
get
eating,
past that point?
when I'm eating, I use a napkin all the time. Yeah. But like,
Right.
when it's too long, it's when it's like fucked. Because then it goes like in your mouth, and you're just like, this is whack.
But then people always they come up to you and say, "Hey, you got some in your beard, in your mustache." No, you
I'm
make
like
sure.
very crazy about my face.
Yeah, really?
Like, I don't like people touching my face or anything.
Raj,
very,
touch his cheek right now.
I don't like oil of people's hands on my face and shit. I'm just
Yeah.
like- so I'm very like crazy about like eating and like oil. Like, I got oil on my hands and stuff.
Okay. Huh.
I do.
Raj,
Your
he's
hands
going,
look kinda
he's going
Definitely
in
gonna
for
let Roger
They
do
look kind
that.
of dry right now. That's
Raj went in for the
the
touch, but you got him swiped away.
Do you ever find yourself like pondering and like rubbing your mustache?
always.
He's doing it
And
right
I
now.
trim on it.
Oh, you
Like,
do?
Chew on
Yeah,
it
chew
too.
on it,
Like
yeah.
I'll just be like, thinking about skating. I'm just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, when I had the unkept beard, the mustache, it would go in your mouth,
Yeah.
and then I'd always be wiping my face to get rid of the food that was. I felt like I always had food on my face after eating.
Yeah.
it was a very.
With the
it was like
beard-
OCD.
With the beard, for sure.
Yeah.
The beard was like, because my beard goes like that, like weird style.
Oh, it sticks out,
Like,
straight
it comes
out.
like fucking that crazy style. Yeah, it's super weird. But that was like, I would always have like fucking stuff in it, and I was just like, yeah, this is
too much.
This is too crazy.
Huh. You had a beard it's like you were
My beard like
sticking
comes
your head out
crazy
of
style.
out of a
so
car.
Weird. Yeah, it was so weird.
Huh.
Like,
Do
it
you
just
always-
grows like that.
Do you always have a shaved head too?
Yeah, actually, it was just kind of long, and I had it bleached, and then I dyed it gray. But yeah, it's shaved
Oh, yeah.
because I was growing it out, and then I saw a clip, and I was like, never, because that was the thing.
It's the worst when you feel good and then
Yeah.
you see yourself and you're
Because
like,
that was
this
the
is
thing.
horrible.
Because I want to grow it out, but it's like one of those things where it's like I want my footage to be consistent. Like I'm that fucking crazy, so I'm like I want my footage to all be consistent. When I
Right.
saw a clip with me with like long hair, I was like, it has to go. I can't do it.
Crazy.
And it was getting like pretty long, and I was like wearing a beanie and stuff, so you never really know.
Wait, did you go back and get the clip again with a shaved head?
I just let it die.
Let it die.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck that. But yeah, so
It's great.
I do keep it shaved, yeah, because it's more of like a thing of like the consistency throughout my video part.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I care about. So
Right.
that's fucking crazy, but it's like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
No, but it's
makes
true
sense.
though. It's
Yeah,
true.
because I didn't like that as a kid when I would see skaters like change in their parts. I
Right.
was just like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, even when I was super young, I was just like, why? Why is it like
Right.
that?
Chris Cole's
not
going-
even knowing.
But not knowing
Tech
it was like
to
9
hash.
months before, like,
Yeah, not even really knowing what was going on. I'm just like, I just don't like that. Like, I don't like how that looks. So now it's like a thing where it's like with my parts, like I want it to be like consistent.
No, I get it because
like,
you
this
you,
is me.
you can work on video for 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
You want it to be
And now I guess it's way quicker, but
right.
that's what's kind of gnarly about skating as well. But
Yeah, the kind of
The turnover
Try to
is
do
like-
a video in a year.
yeah,
A week.
Let's do this.
A week.
Yeah, I mean, this will be green. Will be like a year of filming or something like that.
So we're
A little bit over a
talking
year.
2020 sometime
February.
of 2020.
Yeah,
It's coming up
Deadline's in,
quick,
like,
dude.
Deadline's in like 6 weeks or something.
lifeline.
He just got immediate.
Losing my mind. Like, I should probably be skating right now. Why am I on the night club?
I know. What are you doing here? Get out
Get
there.
the torch, Tim. Let's go.
It's raining. Oh yeah, the torch.
The torch.
Yeah, that's going to be good. February.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
You got a last trick?
No, that's why I'm fucked. I normally have like that's what's so weird about this part for me is because I normally have a last trick. Like all my other parts have kind of had a last trick, and then this part I don't really have one right now. So I'm like,
That's
And the
definitely
ones I wanna
relieving.
try.
It's definitely relieving when you have your
it's
last
always
trick.
made it easier because
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
can kind of like fill in the pieces. To like, oh, I got that one. I'm
Yeah.
fucking chilling. Like in Oddity, it's like I had the board side, the Double King. I was like, that's for sure it. And then with Souvenir, it was like the 50 front blunt. Like I'm good. So now it's like this thing where I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? But I have ideas. Of
Oh, the
stuff that I
50
wanna
down
try.
is the two rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to go back like 7 times for that
Did you really?
because I was like, I had skated that
It was
rail.
kind of a back tail though. No, is it front? You call it front blunt? I don't know.
That one's more of a front blunt for me
Okay.
because I'm like that.
It's more stand. Okay.
Yeah, coming from
It's like,
front side.
It kind of depends. Like
Yeah.
when I do it on the kink rails, it feels more like a back tail.
Yeah.
But that one was more like,
you
felt like a
get
front
you
blunt.
get into that trick super
Yeah.
gnarly.
You have to like kind of keep them up.
Yeah.
Because it'll like catch the crossbars.
Yeah.
So it's,
Right.
but yeah, but that one felt more like a front blunt.
Do you have a last trick in mind you want to go get?
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
What is it?
I knew it was coming.
Scary. Tim's gonna make me try it, I think.
Oh, it's scared. You're scared.
It's just like, yeah. I mean, I just want it to be something good, you know?
Yeah, of course.
That's like the thing. It's just like you work so hard. Like I worked so hard to like get on Emerica,
Mm-hmm.
and then now it's a thing where it's like, okay, I'm on. Should I even be here? Like, oh fuck! Like I don't have a last trick. I don't know. You know, you have self.
You kind of want to prove it to yourself,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Because like all the things of like people being like, oh, you should be on Emerica, or like me wanting to be on, and like people saying that, and it's like now that I'm on, I'm like, am I even worth it? Like, oh fuck! You just get scared and you have self doubt.
it's just in your own thoughts.
Like I don't think
yeah.
like I'm the shitter, and I'm like, fuck! Like this is insane. Like this is fucking scary.
Right.
You know, it's like just scary.
Or you just get a 50-50 for your last trick.
wish.
I got that Dakota
They
rail.
all do them all the time now. The 50s are like gone.
No. Just go Mark
Herb.
go Mark Suchu and do a 50-50 on
Do
the curb.
50-50 back when 80
Mark
55
Suchi's part is fucked.
Last trick 50-50.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
got
right.
that, bro, on a curb. ABBA.
Every kink rail I'd go to on those like F trips, like we'd be with like Cole and shit, and he would just grind them, just like
For
out of
fun.
the gates. It's like fucking can't skate this one then. It's like fuck.
Yeah, be like grinds up rails too, right?
Double kinks, yeah.
Okay, last trick. Are we talking rail hub stairs?
I want to be a flip trick
Manny.
Manual trick.
or manual.
Flip trick
Manuals
to
are hard.
manual.
I've actually done a switch flip manual before.
I've done one also.
I see that. I've done a switch flip manual. I was actually pretty stoked. I was thinking that like HK's on the fucking table.
Oh,
on
that
the
was
line.
so sick.
Surprised I didn't
Yeah.
get tagged in it on Instagram. It's weird.
I didn't.
I get
post it.
tagged on
I
every
didn't-
switch flip
It was.
fucking manual.
I'm telling you, it was like first go. Like
Yeah?
out of nowhere at Cherry Park. I was just like, I'm gonna try one, and just got in.
Isn't that weird?
Never done one since.
Isn't that weird?
I don't know if that manual guy would be stoked, but
The manual gods.
what's his name? Fucking
Whack.
the Wrecking Ball.
Oh.
I'm out of touch. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. I'm a fucking rail skater, so I was just stoked to do it.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Put a manual trick in the green part.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Please do.
Or like grind a rail to manual or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I like
You know, like when drop off.
The little
yeah, I like
curb,
that. I tried to do a manual to a rail once, but that was fucked.
Manual to
What?
rail. Ooh,
Yeah,
Like
like a
manual
little
and
low
ollie.
rail.
that's scary.
Yeah, skaters. I don't know. Trying to
Should
figure
go
it out.
fast.
Haters.
Holy shit, bro.
Manual. I do have a manual.
Oh, you do?
I do have a manual.
Don't tell us. I want to.
I have a
be
line
surprised.
to a manual.
Oh, a line to a manual.
Rail, kink rail to manual.
Oh, so
Filmed
you
by
did-
Tim in this fucking jacket or this hoodie.
Damn, you put work in that. Your just like sleeves about to fall off.
Yeah, this thing's sick. It's like Jeff Rowley. That's what reminds me of Jeff Rowley. So it's sick.
Man, this is great.
So
bro.
I have a manual.
You're gonna
I got you, dog.
February. I want to see this.
Unless it
part,
gets
bro.
cut out, but I'm trying to push
Get
for
it in there.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Is your colorway coming out around that time,
I
or
think it's in February. Or what is it? Fall, right? Yeah, I think it's fall.
Oh,
It
okay.
comes out.
Man, this is great, bro. I love it, man. You're fucking the stash is fucking killing it, bro. You're gonna Etnies. I'm
Etnies?
sorry,
Etnies?
America.
It's
was-
Emerica, bro.
Your S parts coming out.
That
It
would
was at
actually
one
be so
point at these,
badass.
though.
Your sheep shoe is gonna do great.
Medic Mahdi.
Oh yeah,
That's a great film.
definitely.
It's one of my all-time favorites, bro.
It's a great film.
Rodrigo TX's part,
Nar.
front nose down the white hubba. Oof.
That was a good one.
Arto's fucking part.
Arto, fuck yeah.
The way it starts,
Austin.
broken board. Badass.
Yeah, that's
Runs up the
epic.
hill, fucking skater style. It's so
Costin.
badass.
Damn, mid choice gap. Remember that spot?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's when that Greco fucking hit his face on.
Oh, he's sack it
Yeah,
gnarly.
he like sacks it and then like hits his face in the Baker 2G.
Dude, that was so gnarly.
In his first line, he does a line of back three with the leather jacket on, with Reynolds ones on.
That's right.
I don't like watching shit like that.
Those are like six slams though. They're like punk ones. They're not like bad. Like
still don't
ankle,
like-
ankle roll is bad.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
The
I don't
ankle
like,
roll in fucking Welcome to Hell, is it?
Oh.
Where it's like blood. It shows like 4 times or something. You're just like, what the fuck just happened?
When Ed shows his nuts.
Yeah, those are fucked up.
Yeah.
There's like black and blue. It's like Jesus Christ, and it shows him with like his broken neck or something.
Dude, that was gnarly.
There's some gnarly stuff in there. That's Jamie being gnar.
Yeah.
because Jamie added those, but people probably don't know that either.
I don't like that shit. I don't like watching people get hurt.
I think like cool slams are sick, but like slams where it's like that's bad, you're like that's bad.
I get this like
Yeah.
ting like shake through my whole body.
Because you're a skater and you're like, I felt that.
Yeah,
Oh
you felt-
God,
you
that
feel it.
sucked.
What about Foundation? Any new? I know Emerica video. It's going to be 2020 February. What about Foundation? Anything?
Yeah,
in the
we're
works?
Yeah, we're having a team meeting in December to talk about like what we're trying to do. But I believe like we're trying to work for a video for the end of 2020.
Dope.
And then I want to have a part for that as well. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try. But like the dude's already filming for like Merlino's like been going insane.
Okay. Wow.
So dude's like already filming for it right now, and then like I'll have that come out, and then like
You're gonna have to catch up.
film for a year. Yeah.
Right.
Or like because I have like a Real Street as well coming out.
Oh, damn.
So that'll
Wow,
be
working hard.
Emerica, then the Real Street, and then like right after. But Real Street like has to get turned in like
But
earlier. You
but
know?
the Real Street is like a minute, right?
Yeah, it's like a minute, and
Yeah.
it's like earlier, so it's like I'm like filming for that as well.
But
right
still,
now
you want
with
good
him.
stuff in there.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to put out like anything bad.
Is that like in the summertime?
It's like
I feel
what
like
is
it's
it like the middle
May
of
or
the year?
June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
May,
there.
yeah, May or
Yeah.
June. Yeah.
That's a rad though, because you guys get paid on that stuff, huh?
Yeah, you get like a check for doing like the filmer does too. So it's like a cool. So like me and Tim are gonna work on it together.
That's
so it's
awesome.
Like, we both can get paid to do like just a
Dope.
fun little project.
It's kind
And,
of
like,
a
Leo's doing
win-win,
the song for
right?
me. Yeah,
Oh, seriously?
yeah. Leo did the song for me of like this song that he wrote on that like 74-day trip. It was
Oh,
like
wow.
this really cool song, and I was like, hey, I want you to like record that, and then he did it. So,
Oh,
Wow.
so yeah, it'll be like a special thing. I'm stoked on.
busy, bro. Working.
Yeah, you want to stay busy, you know.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest way to like try and cope with all like the fucking time you have. You just want to like work, you know, want to feel like you're doing something.
Get shit done, yeah.
In your youth, you know, it's like you only have that window, like we were talking about. It's like you have this window, and it's like
Yeah.
one day you won't be able to fucking skate the way you want to skate, and it's like that's the heartbreaking thing about skating. And it's like during that time, know that you fucking gave it everything you had, and that's how I feel right now. You know, just
That's
like
great, yeah.
Everything I have.
It's a good attitude.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Seriously.
you want to
Hell yeah.
skate.
Yeah. How old's Tony Hawk right now? 50 something?
51.
He just
51?
had his birthday, right? 51.
52, 51.
I might be 52.
Yeah, I think it's
He's around there,
52?
yeah.
Yeah.
He did it on 100 like a day ago.
Guy's still fucking.
He's so inspiring.
It's crazy.
The fucking barrack stuff, him like alling the set.
Yeah.
When I saw him board siding the 10 rail, I was like, this dude doesn't even skate street. I
know.
gotta learn how to fucking backside there now. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gnarly, dude.
Like, that's like a big goal for me right now is to learn how to like backside there and stuff. And it's like, if he can do that, then I have to be able to learn how to.
You gotta
backside
bet
there.
you're right.
That's why I've been talking to Christian Asoy.
Gotta get him.
So I
to
see him at Vans Park, and I'm like, "What's up with the backside there?" And he was like, "You teach me tray flips, I'll teach you backside stairs." I'm like, "It's on."
That's a good. Yeah.
Because they're opening up the half pipe or whatever at the park.
Okay.
So I'm about to hit that on my downtime.
Tag us in.
I want to learn
in
knee
your
pads
next,
though. That's the thing.
But
so
it's you gotta
scary.
you're gonna train your brain to do that,
so
and then you're in
scary.
the streets and
I
you're
know.
gonna slide on your knee.
Ryan Spencer used to skate. He used to like jump to his knees in the streets. I was like, "You are so gnarly."
Yeah.
He was
You're gonna be
badass.
fucking board sliding some crazy rail and
just
go
like-
to your knees.
Yeah, that's definitely scary.
God.
But I want to learn how to do that. It'd be cool.
Yeah, you should.
Little goal.
Yeah, it's good. Listen, this has been incredible, bro. Love
You
it.
guys are incredible.
No, you're incredible.
Thanks for taking your time off. You're all
rainy
skating,
day.
filming all the time.
I
So
know.
it's good to take a
No,
day
it's
off.
Raining.
Come
You
back
got the
and hang out.
flamethrower in the and you're gonna go.
We're about
to
to take it out right now. And then I got to head to my parents' house. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. That was fun.
Dude, of course, dude. Can we give you some 9 Club stuff to take home? Little early Christmas gift.
Yes.
Little mugs, little sweaters. Kelly,
What size do you wear?
I'm a buff small.
Buff small?
He's a medium.
Above small?
I'm
or
a small.
what is that?
It's a small.
Above small?
Buff small.
Buff small.
I think, buff small sounds sick.
Because people are like, what is small? I'm like, buff small, dog. What the fuck?
Still confused. Buff small.
He's medium.
Okay.
I'm a small.
Are you really?
Yeah, dog.
We want
Why you
our
guys hating on me?
We want our
Ain't
9
on my
Club.
style.
We want our 9 Club sweater to look like that.
Yeah, this is a small.
After
Indie.
That's a small.
Yeah.
Bro, you're a normal dude though.
I know, but I stretch my shit out.
Do you?
Because I like it to be thin. You know what I mean? So you buy a small, you wash it, you stretch it
Oh, you're
thinner.
a non-dryer guy.
I dry my smalls, but I'll stretch like the ones that are too small, hanging around. But like pants don't dry.
Don't dry the pants.
Nah.
Why?
Hang dry.
Really?
So they keep their shape.
How often you washing your pants?
I skate, like I'll like skate a pair for like a week and a half or until they kind of start getting gnarly. And then it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
another pair.
Wash those.
But they get like so, when they start smelling is when they're at like their best stage, but it's like, I don't want to be like that dude. That's
Yeah.
like,
ball
I have
sweat.
like hygiene, you know? I
Yeah.
want to like be washed.
Right.
I'm
Wanna
not
walk
like
around
trying,
with
yeah.
ball sweat.
Yeah, trying to chill in the van, not trying to like smell gnar. But they do get so good though when they get to that point. That's what sucks.
Gonna get way softer.
Stretch out the smalls. Huh, interesting.
Stretch out
Because
the-
sometimes I get larges, and the larges will be that's like a little too big. And even if I wash them and dry them, they're still a little too big. Different companies have different style.
Every
you know,
fucking company.
it's crazy.
The fit is insane.
Maybe I should go mediums and then stretch the mediums.
I just like stretching them because you kind of get it to where you want.
But
And
then you
it
hang dry
stretches
it.
that fiber.
Right, and you hang dry it.
If it's a shirt that like is like super small, because sometimes I'll get smalls and they're like fucking tiny. And I'm
Well,
like,
when's the last
damn.
time you washed the independent hoodie?
I just watched this one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I'm going
Looks
to my
great.
parents' house.
It looks good. It looks comfy.
Yeah, this is like
It looks really
this is like
comfy.
the one. This is like my fucking jacket. Actually, I'd hit them up and get another one before they were out.
Oh, yeah.
Because this one's starting to get gnar. But
It
I'm
looks
not, it's
good
just
gnar.
It's just on ice.
You already got it.
Just on
Reserved.
ice, yeah.
So,
just one more.
Okay.
Because I was like, this is like the best hoodie I've ever had.
Isn't that funny?
You
when
find,
you find that one.
fucking thing, and then it's gone.
So I get dressed one week, and I love it, and I don't change my clothes for a week.
Yeah, because you feel stoked.
I feel great.
You're like fuck hot right now. This is badass.
And the last thing I want to do is go into my and figure out what to wear.
yeah,
I'm not that guy.
I'm
you have
insane
nothing
about
but
my
long
shirts.
sleeves and like long sleeve hoodies.
Exactly. And then I find that one long sleeve or the hoodie that I like, and I'm all week
yeah, you're chilling.
chilling.
I'm like crazy about my shirts right now. So yeah,
Yeah?
I have like 5 shirts that I'm into, and that's it.
And you probably have
Sucks.
like 50 shirts, right?
Yeah, and I just did like a giant bag of like to Army surplus or whatever.
Dope.
'Cause that's what I do with my stuff like that. Just
Thank
take
you,
to
Ken.
Army surplus or whatever. And it's like I've done like 2 of those recently, and I still have like all these shirts. I'm just like, fuck.
Isn't that crazy?
Can't
I
wear this
will
fucking shirt.
be in my closet. I'll put on a shirt, and the shirt will be too small. What do? I fold it back up and put it back. I don't even. I should have
I'll wash it
another
again.
bin.
Yeah, to be like, all right, these are all the shirts I'm getting rid of.
This is the shirt I'm getting rid of.
Yeah, I'll wash it again, thinking like that's gonna make me stoked. Try and make it thinner or something.
Yeah, but it's never going to do it.
I know. But
Dude.
I hope.
We didn't have any buff smalls left back there. But we did have regular smalls.
Let me see a regular small.
Hold on. First of all, Dakota.
Thank you for
bro.
having me very
Pleasure,
much.
dude. You're the man, bro.
Thank you, sir.
You are the man.
Thank you, Big Kill.
Thank you, dog.
Here's a Buff Small 9 Club shirt.
That's a long
you,
sleeve
sir.
right there.
Oh.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
I've been into the long sleeves.
Long sleeves are great.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about Switchfoot Manny. You could have it on
Yeah.
a shirt now. There you go.
I actually
There's
did one. I probably looked like that when I did it, too. I was at
then
Cherry
you look
Park.
damn good.
I was at Cherry Park and I was with Corey Glick and I was like, "You just see that?" He's like, "I saw that." And I was like, that was I tried them all day and I couldn't do another. First go.
Here's a crew neck sweater.
This is pretty buff.
And this is the Buff Small that I want to turn into the independent hoodie style right there. I want you to never take this off.
I think it might be the same brand too.
Oh yeah?
I think so.
Could be. Here's some stickers for your foundation board.
Thank you, sir.
And a mug for your
Coffee
your coffee guy.
I'm a coffee guy, yeah.
Here's a mug for you, bro.
Thank you. We need one of these. Cody Long just broke one.
Well, there you go.
I have a coffee cup. I have the skateboarder one with Lance Mountain on it.
Yeah, I think we have that
I
here
got that.
somewhere.
I use
It's
that.
somewhere around
It's
here.
good,
every
right?
day. Yeah, fucking so sick.
Drink coffee with Lance Mountain.
Yeah, doing a fucking over the ladder, whatever. I'd probably say the wrong thing. I don't want
Probably
the
one of
training
the
guys
best
to get
covers
mad.
ever.
Listen, I got
Pretty stoked on that.
I got a special gift for you, bro.
What's that?
It's a box.
This is a
It's a box. What's inside the box?
this is a don't ask what's inside the box. This is a Nixon watch that was designed by us. It's a Century model watch. They have a thing on their website where you can go in and customize your watch. You choose the band and the face and the second hand and all this shit.
Yeah.
And so they gave us a bunch of our watches that we designed.
That's
on their
badass. You guys have a
website.
pro model watch then?
We have a
Somewhat.
Together.
Yeah, and you
well.
as
Not
well.
only do we,
I'm pro now too for it.
bro. The reason I'm opening this is here. Here's a watch. Check out the back of that.
Let me see this bad
Check
boy.
out the back of that watch, bro.
What's the back of this watch? Oh, whoa. How'd you
model
get that
watch.
made so fast?
Got your name and
pretty
episode
sweet.
number on there
Damn, that's
with
rad.
the 9 Club logo.
That's actually really fucking cool. And the time's right, I think.
Is it?
I don't know.
What time does it say on there?
3:15,
Perfect.
3:20. I need to learn how to read.
There you go. I'm the same way. That's why I got a
I have
digital.
an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is so awesome. Thank you so much. What
Dude,
the
of
fuck?
course, bro.
And it's all black, like my gnarliness.
Yeah, with a little orange second hand.
Damn, that's rad.
Hey, they're awesome though. The Nixon, you go and customize it. It's super easy to do. And we went on there and they're like, hey, let's give them away on the show.
That's fucking badass.
There you go.
You guys like know the future and you have like all these watches of like these guys will definitely be down.
No,
Because I was on the fly. Tim was like,
Maybe like 2
"You
days
down
ago.
tomorrow?" I was like, "Shit, I have stuff to do, but I
we're
guess yeah,
quick.
let's do this.
We are quick.
Let's do this."
We're
Which
quick.
makes it better though, because then you're like, "All right, I'm just doing it tomorrow." That makes it way
Boom.
simpler.
Right? Here's a box to keep it
Dude,
safe.
thank you so much. That's awesome.
Of course, dude. Listen, this has been
Never
a
had a
pleasure.
watch with my name on it. Never
you do.
thought. You never know what the future's gonna bring you, huh?
That's right.
I like that.
Look
Skaters.
at that, bro.
I
Hey,
want to keep it
keep.
safe from the rain. Is it waterproof?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm gonna call
Go
Nixon,
try it.
whoever he is. and be like, "Is this waterproof?"
Listen, bro. Keep ripping. Can't wait to see the Green Emerica video, Foundation video sometime next year, end of 2020
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Real Street.
Keep the stash waxed. You
Oh,
wax
no,
it?
no.
You keep it all
It's
natural.
natural, dude.
I want to see the stash with get the curly cues at the end.
Those are gnar, dude.
Dude, you could run that. You could
You could
easily
do the-
run.
I'll sometimes I'll bring it down, let it come down handlebar style, but
Dude, that's sick. You should do that.
thank you guys.
Thank you.
I
No, that's
appreciate
awesome.
it.
Thanks for coming, man.
And happy Thanksgiving, right?
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Scary.
Scary.